Alrighty, let's get this thing started. Yes, it's another late stream for us today. We unfortunately had other things that went on today, and I couldn't really, well, get out of them. Not that I really wanted to, if I'm completely honest. It was a great opportunity, and I was very happy to take it. But it does mean that the stream is starting quite a bit later than it normally does. Don't worry, we're still going to be streaming for the same 2 hours that we normally do, and hopefully we'll have a good time with it. So the first half of the stream, as usual, will be Starfleet Command, and then we'll hop over into the second half of the stream, which will be, just trying to remember the name of the game, Roguetech with Slimer's Hammers. So, or Slimer's Hammers. Sorry, that's a book series. Sledge's Hammers. So let's get ourselves more or less set up on into things. Continue our Orion cartel. Hello, Raider. It was a rough week, but now it's time to watch me blow. Yes, we're going to blow up lots of stuff, hopefully. Although, something that we had kind of talked about in the last episode was we were thinking about whether or not we wanted to continue with the pirate campaign. And last time we got about 3 votes in favor of that. We are going to win this campaign, and so I'm just wondering if we want to try and reset and do something different. I wanted to get pretty much most of the stream on board with it. Unfortunately, we couldn't quite do it. So I wasn't quite willing to just throw everything out if everybody wasn't really in favor of it. So we're continuing on with our pirate as of now. First mission today is going to be a monster campaign and a single frigate, although that's going to be an Andromedan vessel, so very far off in the distance we shall run into our enemies. Being escorted today by the Redemptio, as well as the Tonitrus. Sounds like a disease almost. Both of which are not particularly impressive cruisers. Oh, to be fair, this is a War Eagle, I think it is? Yeah, it's a War Eagle with a single R-type plasma torpedo and 4 additional phaser force. This type of ship eventually sort of falls off in the normal Romulan Navy. It becomes mostly freighters, which, well, they lose the R-type plasma torpedo in favor of a gigantic pallet which they have to haul around. Let's actually pick up speed so they're not falling behind the entire of the group. We are, after all, supposed to be being paid for a job, and let's actually do this job relatively well. Raider votes for a reset. Oh, I'm right there with you, but we got to get the whole stream on board once we actually start getting more people into the stream to make that vote. So, we're going to pull on up here and try and get things going. And eventually we will run into the enemy and be able to completely defeat them. So, let's increase the speed time. We're just going to zip on in here. Right on. Did I increase the speed time? There we go. Clicking off of things made it a little bit messed up. I need to be using missiles R4. Okay, fire. So, we don't want to get too close to them, although there is one bright side. In fact, they do not have Wild Weasel shuttles. So, we should be able to use that without too much trouble. So, let's get our plasma torpedo going. Hello, Sean. Yes, it's going to be a late night stream. It's not super late for me, but I can imagine there are quite a few people in the audience who it might actually be a lot later than it normally would be. So yeah, normally we would do a 5 o'clock stream, but today's going to be an 8 o'clock stream. Things had to change. So already, Sean, Raider has voted for a reset. He wants to go onto a normal campaign rather than a pirate campaign. What do you think we should do? I'm going to be asking pretty much everybody who comes into the stream what they think, because it's an interesting question. And I definitely know where my biases lay, but still, I want to know where the stream's biases lay. After all, we do this mostly because I enjoy having you guys here and having your input. It's always a lot of fun for me. So as we continue to chug along and do missions. Quarters, again, another one of those somewhat not normally seen missions when we do our normal campaigns, because this is the sort of mission that comes up as long as you're staying in home space. Not so much when you're going out on a limb like we normally do. So we're going to increase the speed of time, zip on in here as quickly as we can. And, yeah, get right on top of them. Do as much damage as possible. Well, actually, we need to scan them and then do as much damage as possible. Although, if it's like any normal mission is, there's going to be a Gorn Dreadnought hidden behind this planet, so we're going to need to prep a scatter pack and a Wild Weasel just in case. We'll prep another scatter pack on top of that just to make sure that we have enough firepower to really get things done. I like the pirate campaign because the ships are more challenging to fly and have weird eclectic layouts. Well, that's actually a really good reason to continue the pirate campaign. We may be at the end of the era, but certainly there is an odd style to how this is done. I mean, just looking at this weapon loadout, you would not find this in any normal army. 3 photon torpedoes, an R-type plasma torpedo, and 2 missile launchers. I mean, that's absolutely insane. So it brings along some interesting options. The photon torpedoes especially give you a very excellent long-range punch. They really kind of complement the R-type plasma torpedo quite nicely, because anybody who tries to get in close with you is going to get that strong right hook from the R-type plasma torpedo. Anyone who tries to play at long range with you, well, you've got 3 photon torpedoes to just continually plink away at them. That's heavy War Destroyer firepower right there. Nothing to sneeze at all. So we're going to increase the speed of the ship, get all the way up to power, enter into a shallow orbit, scan this planet, then probably destroy the ship behind this planet, scan this planet, and then we'll get an escape before this planet can blow us up. Oh, maybe not actually. It's only showing 10 for the name, not a PLPH, so it may actually be an unarmed planet. That would make our life a heck of a lot easier if we don't have to blow everything up. So we will slowly start to slow down. Our ship does respond to our commands pretty quickly, so it's not like flying a battleship where you need to start slowing down well ahead of actually getting there. And we are within range, so let's go on and kick on the deep scan. Make sure we're figuring out exactly what's going on down on the planet. Once we finish scanning, we will zip on out of here. And come on, science officer, let me know what you've got. Absolutely nothing of interest, as usual. Of course, this is probably the planet where the weird things are going to be happening. Just gonna go out on a limb on that one. So we need to get around the planet. I am going to see if I can't go after the additional enemy ship. Oh, it's only a WB+. Interesting. So that ship that we had with us last time, the heavy cruiser, or I guess it's a light cruiser actually, it'll have a single R-type plasma torpedo as well as 4 phaser ones. That is an absolutely tragically terrible armament, and we should be able to completely annihilate it in basically no effort at all. So WB actually must be a warbird, and we're talking the classic TOS warbird from Balance of Terror, was it? Or the other one? Basically an experimental cloaking device. So we're just gonna go right up behind this guy and fire everything that we have at him. But first we need to prep a pretty decently strength tractor beam. Oh wow, he is right on the edge. His AI has got to be screaming at him. Slow well down. We want to make sure that we don't get too close so that our missiles can actually be effective on this one. All weapons select. We're going to get ready to just utterly gut him. Utterly gutting time. Yeah, that worked out really well. Let's just go to yellow alert now that there will be no more enemies. We don't have to power any of our weapon systems. We'll just head right towards this planet at maximum speed. Also give ourselves a pretty high electronic countermeasure setup. That way he's less accurate. And we'll give ourselves some point defense shielding. Should probably put it on the aft side of the ship. And also we'll try to avoid flying off the edge of the map. That would probably be not the best thing. By the way, I don't know if it can be noticed or not. I think, if it's still running the right options, we've been recently changing around our audio setup just a little bit. I've been trying to find something that might sound a little bit better than what we've had before, so let me know how that's working out for you guys, if it's working out better or not. It's kind of the direction that I had planned on going in when I was doing a couple of test recordings earlier on, but if you guys don't think it's any good, well then there's no point in talking about it. And we may as well go back to the old style. So let me know what you think. We're picking up intense energy readings from the planet, and that's anything that we need to do. So with all that done, let's get on out of here. We came, we saw, we killed the warbird, and then we got on out after scanning everybody. Should be a relatively decently paying mission, or maybe not. It tends to pay out really well when you're destroying dreadnoughts. But a single light cruiser? Possibly not so much. Audio is very similar, but perhaps a bit clearer. That's very good to hear. Alright, so we now must continue to bounce back and forth between these two planets until eventually we want an asteroid defense. We don't really do these very often, because normally we're not defending. But we will now go on the assault. All hands on deck, and we have a single light cruiser and nothing else. We're being escorted today by the Fidesz and the Superhawk Connuctio. I don't quite know how to pronounce that, but that's always the one that I go to. It's an SPAX, so it's actually a fairly decent light cruiser if I'm recalling the ship correctly. It should have 2 Fs and an S. It might be 2 Gs and an S. I'm not 100% positive on that one, but we will find out relatively shortly as we fly up to it and say, "Hi, how you doing? We're here to kill you." Hopefully. That's the plan. At least that's my plan. So, lining him up, and we might as well... Oh, what's your buddy? A single freighter. Excellent. So nothing too much to choose from between the two. We'll increase our speed relatively high. That way we can get a lot of maneuverability out of the ship. Waiting until the R-type plasma torpedo is fully ready to shoot is the important thing. Because, well, really that's our big stick. Everything else, not so much. We're also going to make sure that we go for our shield reinforcement and, of course, electronic countermeasure. It's a very important thing to do. Otherwise you're going to get caught out and utterly annihilated. We'd like to avoid that one if at all possible. I would send a probe at him. Unfortunately, the pirate ships don't have probes. I do think it's a bit of a glitch because having probes is an incredibly fun thing to do. Especially because it lets you know well before the time you actually get to the enemy what's actually going on. Okay, he spent about 2 seconds in cloak and popped right back out. He must be getting ready to fire, although what he's going to fire, we're not quite sure. I think I'm right in saying that it's 2 G's or F's and an S. But, it might be D-type plasma torpedoes. Probably not. Ooh, wow, never mind. Wow, that's an R and 2 F's. That's a lot more firepower than I figured it'd be. Who'd you shoot that at? Okay, good. So you fired it at the Fides, so we don't have to worry about that. He did drop down to cloak, which means we're going to have to start working on, well, knocking him out of cloak. It's going to go old-fashioned depth charge on him. Get ready with the tractor beam to pop him right back on out. And annihilate him with every single piece of weaponry that I can possibly get my hands on. Of which we have quite a bit. So, slowly circling in. We need to reduce our speed a bit, probably to give us a better angle on this one. And we're going to go for high energy turn. It's the Romai Palma. So make sure I've got a good angle coming in here. F1, bombs. Very funny. But my bomb drop is better. Oh, come on. Oh, I hate it when that tractor beam deactivates for no good reason. Drop another. Right in his face. He's going to hit it. Unfortunately, our tractor beam... Oh, our tractor beam was good. Fire all weapons. Just start turning phasers to overload. Please get the R-type plasma torpedo on before he gets things back up. And photon torpedoes and back to normal screen. So we've got him hooked now. We're going to ride him for a little while unless he knocks this system off, which would suck, but we're going to hopefully keep him under. Keep burning down the shields. Make sure he's got nothing left. We've already taken out one of the F-type plasma torpedoes. The other one's about to come online, although our forward shield should be more than capable of handling anything he's got in that department. However, I would like to knock out this tractor beam emitter because at any point he could drop right out from under us. So we need to get some damage going down. Come on, missiles. Keep it going. Oh, he's decloaking himself. He wants to actually get involved. I think he's realized that he's truly screwed if he doesn't. So he's now holding on to quite a bit. So 2 from the tractor beam, and I can't imagine he's not trying to break free from our current tractor beam. And we're getting quite a few good... Oh, there it goes. Finally pushed us away. So we're going to soar on a little bit more and blast back on him. There we go. And his shields have dropped. He's now fully exposed, and we'll have him shortly. I'm actually completely surprised that this is still alive. Canitio, you are equipped... Well, you're not the best Hawk that I've ever seen, but you're fairly powerful. Alright, so he's out of the fight. Now it's on to just a freighter, although, to be perfectly fair, 2 F-type plasma torpedoes is quite the armament for a freighter. Would the game theoretically support a Terran Empire faction if we designed one? Imagine them having an earlier mid-era heavy photon torpedo boats for some reason. I imagine you could do it. If you wanted to go through the ship list and take one of the factions and completely rework it, yeah, you could probably do that. I don't know if you can add brand new factions. That may be wishing a bit too far. But yeah, if you wanted to replace one of the factions, so long as you were willing to go through the entire ship list, I imagine it could be entirely possible. Probably more so if you actually had a lot of experience with the modding, which, to be fair, I don't. My experience with this game is just some minor edits, but nothing like would be required for all of that. So yeah, if you ask on the Hot and Spicy forums, you might be able to get somebody to take interest in it. Yeah, Terran Empire faction. The question would be, would you just be trying to mirror the entire galaxy? Or would you say that the mirror universe were invading the current universe? Because that was actually the plot of the first, was it the first? Yeah, the first Starfleet Command. Was that the mirror universe had figured out a way to get into our universe and were trying to covertly invade things. If I'm recalling it correctly, and I think I am. Because the culmination of that, you have to end up fighting world destroyers. We'll take the patrol. Patrols are more interesting than a surprise reverse. Surprise reverse is just an evil seal clubbing of everything. Alright, just had to check one thing. Good. Alert and increase speed. We have a friend this time. It is the RAS Gavia. And he is equipped with 2 F-type plasma torpedoes, 4 phaser X's, and 4 phaser 3s. Not particularly useful. I suppose he's an okay picket ship, but he's not exactly something that you'd want to be bringing along in an actual fleet. I mainly want to mirror the Feds invading the galaxy, maybe have them be the enemy you have to play, and you have to play the Fed. The Terran Empire would be a better armed but less versatile. Well, how would it be less versatile? I mean, one of the things about this game is we really don't get the non-combat side, so not having additional science labs really doesn't make much of a difference because it just affects shield recharge rate. So how would you make it so there was a less versatile faction? We have a single enemy off in the distance. She is a light cruiser, although it is an SBH-M2X, an Alphabet Soup destroyer. Heavy war destroyers, of course. And we'll set up a couple of defenses. So Scatterpack and a Wild Weasel, just in case we have to actually get ourselves in the worst possible situation, which has been known to happen on more than one occasion. And we'll also buff up the forward shield. We'll start missile engagement from about a 72, even though he's closing at a range of 20, or a speed of 20, which is quite quick. So we'll fire from a little bit further on. And allow our missiles to take the helm. Actually, if we get up there fast enough in speed, we could actually build up a pretty decent barrage and sort of force him to launch a Wild Weasel early, which would allow us to follow up with the Scatterpack quite easily, doing a lot of damage to him. Unless, of course, this guy is equipped as an escort destroyer, in which case he's going to have an absolute ton of D-type plasma torpedoes, and they'll be able to shoot down anything that we throw at it. Rage says, could a Mirror Universe Federation ships be like glass cannons, very powerful weapons, but can't take that many hits? Well, I'm fairly sure canonically Mirror Universe ships are larger and more powerful than current universe ships. Just in general, they're more capable. So I guess you'd make them more expensive. So their cruisers would be 2D type plasma torpedo launchers. Their like light cruisers would be considered heavy cruiser class. Their heavy cruisers would be battle cruisers, etc., etc. Reduced armament and shields and have no... They could have reduced armament and shields and maybe no missiles but better photons? You might be able to make something work with that. But like I said, canonically, the Mirror Universe ships are generally larger, better armed, and better armored. They're just superior in general when it comes to combat to the Federation. Maybe make them have worse movement? So that you just increase the movement ratio, so you have to spend more and more power in order to actually try and get anything done. And we've got you. Oh, that was your mistake. So plasma torpedo plus a missile. The mistake that we made, however, was we didn't have the phaser set to overload. Alrighty, going on that one. We'll pull around right onto his stern, an excellent position for us to be. We are a raider after all. Cut through and dealing damage to the warp core now. I managed to nail most of his phaser systems. Knocked out one of his plasma Ds entirely, his other plasma D not being super useful. Oh, that thump on the R-type plasma... Yup. It's one of the most satisfying sounds you're going to hear in this game. Just that big old thud when you get one of the big heavy weapons to slam into it. I think we can pop a missile and have this end him. I don't think he's going to survive this. Nope. Completely knocked him out. Victory in all things. So cruising on and continuing on. Let's see how much prestige they're going to reward us for that one. I can't imagine much. We had a friend, and he was several tiers lower than us, so probably not going to pay out super huge. Yeah, 130 ain't all that much, but we continue to hop it back and forth between these planets, and eventually we will have them. Fun fact, the Merak campaign, we've recently located this little planetary group, and we haven't started working at it much yet, but we've started enacting our plan to take care of it. And quarters again. I think it's making us play quarters too much. Just a thought. This may be a bit too often. I'm gonna have to see if I can't reduce the frequency. So we do have a phaser-armed planet and a normal planet. So we're just gonna cruise right to the normal planet first and get everything done. And then we'll destroy the secondary ship, and then we'll cruise on to the other ship. And we'll get paid a pretty decent amount of prestige. It just takes a while to get to all three places before you leave. So, first heading to apparently a desert planet. Could be Mars, could be Arrakis, although it's a bit orange to be Arrakis. Maybe not. I actually don't think of... No, I did read the first book. But my more vivid memories of Dune come from the sci-fi mini-series that they did for it, which I still maintain was actually pretty good. Maybe not incredibly book accurate, but it was a fairly decent series. And the guy who was playing Baron Harkonnen was absolutely phenomenal. Everything about that performance I absolutely adore. Even though it kind of dragged in some places. So almost to the planet. Taking our sweet little time. Such a long trip. We need warp technology in system. But I suppose that's not quite possible. So once we get within range, we'll be able to kick on the science station, have the deep scan go look at it, and we get to be pirates who play scientist. There's an odd combination. When I think of Dune, I think of the Dune PC games. Yeah, I never actually played those. I always wanted to, but then whenever I look back at it, it's like, I don't think I could stand the graphics. And I'm not normally a graphics snob, but even I have a bit of a problem with that one. Okay, it's a single frigate. Excellent. So, looks like the Romulans are not like the Gorn. They do not defend their planets with dreadnoughts. They just have picket frigates so that they can later on bring the pain. I'm going to go to a Strength 5 beam. That's probably going to take a little bit too long. How about a 4? 4 might be able to do it. By the time we reach him, 4 should be ready. And that should hopefully prevent him from having any sort of repel beam. It was like CNC with Dune aesthetic. Yeah, but even Tiberian's, well... My introduction with Command & Conquer was Tiberian Sun. And that was sort of the main one that I ended up playing a lot. Yeah, and I suppose the graphics in that weren't absolutely amazing either. Although when I was young enough, when I was first playing it, I thought it was awesome. Which, to be fair, it was a fantastic game. Just the full motion videos and everything. Oh, it was a lot of fun. Pull right up on you. Perfect. Yellow alert. Give me all that additional power as we go scan this planet now. And zipping on down this little racetrack. Let's prep the shield reinforcement. Because we're going to need it because they're going to shoot at us this time. And the electronic countermeasure because they're going to shoot at us again. It's going to be pretty ugly. Yeah, Tiberian Sun was my first Command & Conquer, but the first one that I really played a lot was Red Alert 2. Because we had that in my computer club at school. And a whole bunch of us would just play Red Alert 2 for... Well, I think it was like 2-3 hours the computer club was up for. There's a second ship that stood there. It's not like... Hang on a sec, what? That's this... they all do. So there's either something bugged or the way that this mission is coded, but the defensive ship will just sit there and wait. You have to shoot at it in order to activate it. And until that happens, well, it's just going to do nothing. It's the mostly harmless planet. Let's find out if that's actually true. Science officer, tell me you're done scanning so I can run away, because the mostly harmless is armed with 8 Type 4 phasers, which could hurt a lot. Alright, we're done. We're out of here. But yeah, all the ships in the quarters mission type, they will sit there and do nothing and wait for you. Only on very rare occasions, I've noticed, will they activate, and generally they have to take the first shot. So you get up behind them, you tractor beam them, you fire everything you've got into them. In the last couple of live streams that we've been doing, we've been actually running into a lot of Gorn Dreadnoughts, and so we had to get up behind a Gorn Dreadnought and do exactly that. And it was very dangerous, because they would then turn on and try and kill you. DCR? No. I'm still looking, hoping that we will get, for some reason, a Godfather battleship. And I'm just not seeing them. It's like they just don't exist or something. You think they would, because, well, it's there. Maybe the pirates just didn't generate enough economy in order to trigger that. Because the way that it works, I'm fairly certain, is you build ships in a ratio based on your total economy. And if you can't afford a type of ship, then it just gets dropped off. So you can't ever get it. We're being escorted today by the RS Pugnator, which is armed with 2 F-type plasma torpedoes and an additional 3 phaser 2s and a single phaser 3, which is not bad, all things considered. I mean, it is an early Romulan Q-ship, clearly not one of their more advanced X-style designs, but twin R-type plasma torpedoes are twin R-type plasma torpedoes. We are running only against a PT-3, so an armored freighter. Lots of freighters around here today. I'm wondering what we've managed to do. Because I thought we were only really focusing our efforts against the pirate forces, but apparently we are just running havoc through normal Romulan forces too. Unless they're all on the Federation border, either invading or being destroyed. That's entirely possible as well. Not quite sure how the war's been going. We haven't really been paying too much attention to it. Come around here. How much bar do I have for free? Oh, it's 16. Yeah, go up to a nice, big, strong beam. I don't think you'll be able to cloak, but I'm just going to make sure. Oh, we also have an OLX. Yeah, single S-type plasma torpedo. Yeah, let's kill the PT-3 first. We'll take care of him, and then we'll go deal with his friend. Strength 3. So speed of time. Hi. Phasers to overload. Okay, missiles. And I would fire disruptors, but I don't feel... Well, I don't have disruptors. Okay, photon torpedoes, please. That'll do it. You gotta love it when photon torpedoes hit targets. Alright, increases speed time. We're gonna zip on over here. Go help out. Phaser capacitor is fully charged. Excellent. And that gives us a whole bunch of additional power in order to do other things with it. Missiles are reloaded. Photon torpedoes will be reloaded eventually. So 2 B-Racks, a single S, and a pair of AMDs. Also the 3 Phaser X's, which is pretty significant for its type. So nothing too crazy, nothing we can't handle. Also, honestly, nothing the Pugnator can't really handle. I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, they're already set to overload. So we're gonna go in there and knock him down with our overloaded phasers, our missiles, our plasma torpedo, everything. Oh, we forgot. Prep a beam. Want to hold him. Maybe not, actually. He does have an S-type plasma torpedo. Who's got the better plasma anchor? That's the real question. I can't really tell you. Well, your weapon's probably ready, actually. Dump a mine. See if you can't force him to go a bit wide. Or if you just take that. He's just gonna take it. Okay. Pugnator having a bad day. Oh, so he doesn't. Alright, we just weren't in range in order to do anything. Wow. Talk about timing. And he dropped down to 0 speed. I think he just realized he made a major mistake by stopping. Let's come in here. We're at full speed. Do I have enough? I do. It'll be a strength 3 beam. We'll drop right onto him. Mr. Shoot Moon. Hi. Bye. Slow down. Let that plasma torpedo get to him. Don't let him get away. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. All your systems offline. I would beam over pirates to take it over if I didn't think that would take things longer. So prepare the heavy weapons to destroy him. Yeah, your single missile can't affect me. You are inferior to everything that I can do. So, cruising on, cruising on. And again, I don't think they'll reward us very much for that. I mean, it was a freighter and a frigate. It was a good frigate, but not an amazing frigate. Bop back over to the next one. Another mission for us. You know what? No, I'm just not going to do quarters this time. Quarters is getting tiresome. Convoy escort, on the other hand, could either be really good or it could fall to pieces. Because they could come at us from multiple angles with multiple ships, and they did not do that. Excellent. A single freighter is all that we currently have. That's one heck of a thing that you want to raid a convoy with for some reason. Let's prep the strength... strength 3 would be good. I would like to do strength 4, but... there we go. We got most of our systems back online. So let's get a little bit more speed going on. We want to get right up to him. I'd send a probe, but I can't. Photon torpedoes is not a bad setup. Are you going to be able to... Nope. You do not have plasma torpedoes at all. You are just incredibly helpless and vulnerable to what I'm about to do to you. Although our anti-plasma torpedo is not yet ready, so there is that going for you. Hi. Why would you put your bow towards me if you had no shield? I think somebody needs to reconsider his life choices. I also need to get a forward shield reinforcement. Never mind, the missile did the job. Mission complete. Convoy successfully escorted. We're just seal clubbing our way through. This is odd. Not necessarily unwelcome, but odd. And... what? 940? Are you kidding me? That seems more than a little odd. Let's pop back up here then. That is rather absurd, actually. 940 prestige. What did we do? We fought a single freighter. I suppose it was a fairly big convoy, but still. Oh boy, this could get ugly really fast. Yeah, 940 raider. It's rather ridiculous. We've got a dreadnought and a freighter. We're being escorted by twin R-type plasma torpedo heavy cruiser and an okay K7. Oh wow, are you a dreadnought? You're on a dreadnought hull, but you do not look... Well, you look like a dreadnought, but your weapon fit is not very dreadnoughty at all. At least it's only a K9. What's this last one we got here? A single freighter. Okay, we can ignore you. So let's go deal with all this. Honestly, 2 freighters? Yeah, 2 freighters and a K9. The K9 is actually dangerous, so we're going to properly set up our shuttles. We're going to go the Scatterpack as well as the Wild Weasel. We'll buff up a forward shield. We'll also go maximum ECM just to give us a little bit of support on that one. Now, the K9 does not have a D-type plasma torpedo, so we could get our missiles in rather early and hopefully powerfully. Or we could zip out here and try and knock these guys out so that they don't actually influence the fight. All in all, the K9 actually has a bit of an advantage here because it doesn't just bring its normal plasma torpedoes to the fight, it's also going to bring a normal phaser complement, whereas our WVL is, well, it's just 2 anti-plasma torpedoes and 6 phaser ones. We honestly have more phasers than he does, so this is not really fair. I mean, the K9 might lose if the WVL is more properly flown, but as things stand right now, I don't give the AI a whole heck of a lot of chance. Hello Josh, welcome to the stream, glad you could join us. We're just cruising our way through our pirate campaign, continuing to knock down Prime Industries, who apparently has, well, most of the Romulan Navy on their side for some reason. And the Gorn in previous incarnations too. We'll prep our second scatter pack so we can deal with him as things come up. Oh wow, that's a lot more plasma than I thought. But if you're only going to fire 1 at me, I'm going to turtleback it. Full turtle on this one, 1920. Boom! We bounced that entirely. Oh, you had nothing. Nothing. Well, let's prep the tractor beam again and drop a mine on top of him, because he's going fast enough for it to matter. Boom! I'm within range. Hi! I'm just going to wait for my forward shield to get back online. And then I'm going to shoot everything I've got at you. Wait for it. There we go. And prepare to let go, prepare to let go, prepare to let go. Let go. You may now go. We have released you back into the wild. Full speed. Money is powerful. Why is money powerful? Did I miss something? So they bought... Yes, they bought the help, indeed. Oh, I didn't overload the phasers. Ah, stupid me. Probably would have killed him in that. As it stands, he's still... Huh. Actually, he never charged that second anti-plasma torpedo. You're not shooting at me, right? Okay, as long as you're not shooting at me, I don't care. Just stay under cloak for as long as possible. And we'll be happy. Probably should have just kept holding on to this guy. The Avis Claris. Although, I should be able to get a pretty decent shot through on his open shield, so long as it doesn't come back by the time we actually make it over there. Open shield, please. Show it, show it, show it. There we go. A decent hit. 13 damage. Never mind, not really a decent hit. The damage reduction you get from cloaking devices is so huge. It's wonderful and powerful. Come on, come out of cloak. You know you want to. Hi, how about you? Pair of missiles. Okay, that was one heck of a response. I mean, I suppose it was rather suicidal if you didn't, but still. I wouldn't necessarily have panicked that much about it. It's just a couple of missiles, man. Point defense phasers. They will do wonderful things. Can I continue to just blast him with everything I've got, or not really? Looks like not really. Can I push the missiles into him? That would be helpful. Again, not really. Although, that's a ship coming out of cloak, and I think... Oh, no, it is you. Hi. I mean, yeah, it was a great angle, but did it really work out for you in the end? No. No, it did not. In case you were wondering. Point defense system. Activate. Please shoot these missiles down. Also phasers to normal mode. That way. There we go. And we've got more incoming. Point defense system should be able to handle that. Excellent. Phasers to overload again. And just the phasers. I don't think I have any available at the moment, but I don't really need to be getting involved in the capital fight just yet. They seem to be handling that all on their own. And our missile bays are actually empty. Who has me now? Do we have them? These two ships have just been... Oh, wow, actually, that got through. The Shikra has taken damage. Goodbye. Perfect. Alright, so now we can start dealing with the Shikra here, who is going at a speed of 5.2, so we can actually take advantage of that. Our plasma torpedo is not yet ready, which is not great. We need that thing to come back online. It's a very powerful weapon that we have at our disposal when we have it charged. So we will get everything ready for that. We're also going to need a tractor beam because we desperately need that kind of additionals. Just to hold him open, that'll give maybe the Imanus a shot. Although the Imanus currently does not have his plasma torpedoes at all charged. With that said, 3 of his 6 shields are gone. Wow. The Shikra has just taken a pounding here. Good job, AI. I was not expecting you to do well. Then again, whoever brings the most ships to a plasma fight will generally win. So they did have that going for them. Prep a strength 3 beam. We're going to pull up right on his tail. We may drop that down. In fact, we should drop that down to a 2, I think. By the time we get into a good position to do anything about it, like right after we hit his mine. Slow down, we're within range. So we just need to wait for this mine to explode now. And then we're just gonna shoot him. Strength 2 beams, all set up. We're right on his stern. Are you sure you wanted to do that, man? Oh, he's coming out of cloak anyway. Fire, fire, fire. Let him go. I'm not willing to hold for much longer. Oh, I wish I had held for longer. Although, to be fair, he only fired that after we had let him go, so it's not our fault that that didn't work. Just stay on his stern and keep pounding into him. Hopefully we'll hit enough power generation that that's gonna hurt. That hurt. Like a lot. Now just stay on his stern and we won't have any concerns. Grab him. Grab him, grab him, grab him. We need to play a little bit of support, and I hear incoming plasma torpedoes. How much until it's ready? It's not gonna be ready. Just want to grab him to make sure he can't get away. Oh, never mind, he repel beamed that. Get the bow on, please. Because his S-type plasma torpedo is ready, as is his F. Which, if he hits us with that, bad days are coming. Oh, but our R was ready. Took him. We're going to claim all the credit for every single one of these kills. I don't think they actually got through our shield on that one, though. He almost did. He got really, really close, but the shield managed to hold just barely, and thus we risked nothing on that one. Although we are out of ammunition, we need to reload. 216 prestige for destroying a dreadnought. You're only going to give me that much? Seriously? Batch that. Come over here. 2 shuttles. We are with 3. Okay, so we're fine on that one, but I do need more missiles. All the missiles you can spare, plus an additional couple of mines. That ought to help things out pretty nicely. Pop over here to the next tile, and a new mission for us. Diplomatic delivery. Claim all the kills. Yes, indeed, like true pirates that we are. Ready up, and rock and or roll. Let's kick and see who are we fighting. It's a single heavy cruiser, a Gorn heavy cruiser. Ooh. What kind of Gorn heavy cruiser? Oh god, no, a BCS. Not this thing. This is... If you haven't been following the full, if you haven't been following the proper Season 12 campaign, we've run into several BCSs lately on our side, and I'm very happy that they've been on our side, because the BCS is an absolute monster. He is packing not 1, not 2, but 3 R-type plasma torpedoes. Yeah, that's an absolute metric ton of firepower, the likes of which not even the King Condor brings. So this is the most plasma-endowed ship in this game, so far as I've ever seen. So that's more than a little scary. If he can get those weapons on target, we're basically done for. So we're going to have to try to avoid that as best as we possibly can, otherwise things are going to get really ugly really fast. So now that we have, well, our phase capacitor is fully charged, our photon torpedo is about to be fully charged, let's kick on as much speed as we can get, because we're probably going to stay at around 31 and never leave. Because he's going to start lobbing huge plasma torpedoes at us, and we're going to just have to run as fast as we can around them until we can get a good angle on him to annihilate him back. Make sure the phase is set to overload. We're going to need it. And maybe a scatter pack. Prep the second scatter pack. Excellent. Okay, turn in towards him. Missile select. Start to engage. Actually, we're going to slow down. Slow me down to a speed of 24. Because I'm going to stack up as many missiles as I can. If I can get enough going at one time, we can get a lot going. They had to count on 904 diplomatic delivery for pirates, meaning landing him on a planet that's meant to kill him off. Well, this looks like a perfectly normal planet. I don't see anything wrong with it. Sure, it's got a little bit of a red terrain, which indicates some level of iron oxide, but hey, blue water. I assume that's water. Somebody go check that. It might not be water. Alright, if I can get one more set of missiles on him, and I can't, we can tell by the closure right here, then we'd be able to have enough missiles to almost guarantee he would dump a wild weasel. Oh yeah, I forgot, they also have pseudo-frigates. Pull off, pull off, pull off. We've got to go deal with these guys. He's got a lot of pseudo-frigates. Oh, this ship is just nightmarish in having to deal with him. Full power. We need all the speed we can get. So keep away from him as much as we can. His D-type plasma torpedoes have engaged. Is he going to stop, though? No, he's not. He does not care. First missile. Second missile. Okay. Third missile when it gets ready in a couple of turns. We're gonna just keep heading away. That'll be just fine for us. Oh, you little... Oh, I hate it when this happens. I hate it when you actually get in there and you actually do your job as a support mothership, protecting your friends. That's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to leave these pseudo-frigates to die. Don't support them. And I would love to just scatter pack them, but I'm going to save that just as a just-in-case sort of measure. As we slowly get in a little bit closer. There we go, missile away. Now you, missile away. And try and keep that gosh darn BCS as far away as possible. First missile. Come on, impact. Good. Second missile. And wait for it. Good. Okay, so he fired that just a little bit too late. Wonderful. What speed he's doing? 20. 20 works out just fine. Because I'm doing 31, which means he's hopefully not going to get anywhere near us. We'll have to launch out our second set of missiles to take out the rest of these guys. Taking him on may be a little bit more difficult than I'm hoping. Get the missile away. And the reason why it's going to be difficult is because he's so close to his mothership. In fact, this guy might even be too close to his mothership. But if they pull away from each other, like they might almost like... Oh, timing. Perfect. Okay, so again, he missed his shot. Didn't have the opportunity to actually do his job. Let's do this. Or rather, this, I suppose. And now we'll target him. So I'm going to start pulling away off in this direction. Over here to, I suppose, what is the starboard side of our screen, just to see if I can't keep him away from him. It does appear to have worked beautifully. And no more pseudo-frigates. Wonderful. So now that we've dealt with the pseudo-frigates, now we have to deal with his R-type plasma torpedo, and that's gonna be a mean trick. Because he also has D-type plasma torpedoes to keep our missile volleys low. So we have quite a lot of firepower. I mean, that needs to be kept in mind. We have 3 photon torpedoes and an R-type plasma torpedo. But again, he's got 3 R-type plasma torpedoes. So if we get anywhere near him... Oh, there they are, all 3 of them. Then we're going to have a really nasty day. Alright, so... missiles. And pseudo. Please tell me this works out. Please tell me you buy it. And you totally bought it? You bought it, you bought it, you bought it. Okay. Oh crap, no, that was too early. Phasers. That didn't work. Second phaser. That did not work either. Third phaser. Still not working. Photon torpedo? Do we do a photon torpedo on a shuttle? Well, we'll hire each turn. No, we got it. Okay, we got it. So that will shut off in time. Aha, surprise! Wow, he grabbed all of them. And that's the plasma torpedo launch I was hoping for. Come on, shoot the third, shoot the third. You only shot 2 of them, right? Yeah, I only see 2. Fire the third one. You have 3 for a reason. They bought you all, bought it even. My immediate... What? So we're going to come back around after... Well, not quite yet. We do still need to drag this out a little bit more. Stop shooting into my flanks, man. That is not being helpful for anybody here. Oh, Maverick, why have... I didn't realize that you were here. Even though you were speaking to me several times. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us. So, let's come back on around. Unfortunately, he's going to have another Wild Weasel already. And he does have another plasma torpedo. So, that's going to be kind of painful. Got to keep him sort of at a distance. Come on. Come on, close to me. There we go. Another one of those. He's going to be able to track them all. Or shoot them down. I was actually expecting you to not do that. Missiles. Add into the salvo. Hopefully I can just run you dry. Can I get a probe on this guy to figure out what the heck's going on here? Because seriously, why did he not fire his other plasma torpedo? Unless he's really working hard to bait me in. Which, you know, I would buy. I would absolutely believe. I'm seeing a whole bunch of plasma torpedoes ready to go. And I'm wondering what's going on. Hi? Oh, he never charged it. That's fascinating. Can I have this beam? Got to you before you got it out. That worked out beautifully. So 108 damage. A flank is open. Do I got anything? Also, AMD, why do you not shoot at things? It's really getting to be kind of annoying. Because it's supposed to knock out shuttles too, and it just doesn't seem to do the job. So we're going to come back around for another overload phaser strike. And as long as we can stay in his baffles, he won't be able to fire his plasma torpedoes at us. And that'll make us very happy campers. So slowing down to a nice, decent-ish speed. Get me a little bit closer. Just a little bit closer. Also, am I using shield reinforcement or what? Yeah, we are. We just don't have any. Okay, punch through another one. More speed, more speed. Stay in front of him. Do not let... That's what we wanted to avoid. Oh. I forgot. I totally forgot. You can't see me anymore. Leave me alone. Until I can get my systems ready again to come back at you. But yeah, look at this ship. Is this ship not amazing? It's a battle cruiser. And yet, look at how many Phaser X's it's carrying. That is no less than 10 Phaser X's. That's the kind of Phaser X loadout you find on dreadnoughts and battleships. In addition to those 10 Phaser X's, 3 Plasma R torpedoes. 3! That's absurd. That is more plasma torpedoes than literally any other dreadnought. Nobody else carries more R-type plasma torpedoes than that. Unless there is one ship that I have never seen, he's got the monopoly. Also, he's being really, really annoying because he's knocked out 3 very critical shields, so we're having a hard time pulling him around, which is a little bit odd to say. A Gorn ship who has managed to outmaneuver you. Well, at least his stern shields are completely gone, so we do have that going for us. So let's just have him go right through us, or is he just going to... Come on, make up your mind here. Because what I want to do is I want to drop a mine so it'll hit your stern. Also, we need to, you know, get a decent angle here. Look at all of them phasers. So many of them. Another rapid turn. Actually, no, I don't need it. I don't think I need it. The problem is that we are very low on shuttles, as in we have no more. We are not low on missiles, but we're in a place where I'm not feeling super confident about missiles. And I don't have much power for reinforcements on systems. So a decloak here. Okay, we got some missiles going on in. He's going to pick up both of them. Interesting. Marines, kill this. Did you kill it? You did not. Marines, you have disappointed me. Full power, full power, full power. More power. Come on, I need this actually to be gone. Keep shooting it, just everything. Spam as much firepower as you've got. We've knocked out a D-type plasma torpedo. There's that going for us, and what clearly most of his power systems, I mean, he's down to a speed of 0. And he's starting to unload his central plasma torpedo. Missiles? Come on, get them off the rail. Oh, we're too close for missiles. But we got him. Excellent. Enemy defeated. So we did take a little bit of damage. How much? Anything significant? Yeah, our AMD, which does not seem to work most of the time, got a little bit of power damage. Increased speed time. Let's get on back to the planet to deliver Mr. Diplomat. At least now that we're no longer dying. So cruise on in here as fast as we can. And hopefully get things done. The Gigashan of the Gorn, heavily armed and mobile. Yeah, that's a pretty decent description of it. I mean, battlecruisers are inherently very mobile ships. I like them a lot. And 3 R-type plasma torpedoes. That is clearly superior, I'm pretty sure, to the Gorn X-type X-type heavy cruisers. Really, most plasma race heavy cruisers or X-type heavy cruisers are pretty disappointing. Alright, we're in orbit. Drop him off. No longer wish to deal with him. There we go. Never seen an AMD take shuttle out? They should. Shuttles are entities just as well as the other, and I've launched AMDs relatively close to enemy ships, or not AMDs, I've launched scatter packs relatively close to enemy ships, and the AMD immediately picks up on it and starts shooting at it. Supply, give me a little bit of repair, because we did take some damage on that one, some Marines, a couple of mines, and some spare parts. In addition, we need 3 brand new shuttles, because our last ones were used. The first 2, not so useful. The third one actually worked out pretty good. And continue our assaults. Back and forth we go. Eventually, not epicenter. I refuse. I will not fly epicenter. You can't make me. Maybe wild boosts are a special case? Yeah, could be. And if so, that's kind of annoying. Oh no, we've been sandwiched. So we got a frigate over here and a frigate over here. One of these frigates does not have heavy weapons. I'm gonna guess it's you and move on to you. Because it's a BHE, I'm guessing E is escort. So I'm hoping that'll just be, say, 4. Check the shipyard? I doubt it'll be there, but yeah, we'll check the shipyard after the mission. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that we are stuck on the current type of ship that we have. So, no grand dreadnoughts for us. Although maybe I'll be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I really would like a grand dreadnought or two. They're a lot of fun. We need a godfather. Desperately. Prep this and this. So scatter pack and wild weasels. Set them all up so that we can rock and or roll when the time comes. I'm really hoping that you just have phasers on board. I mean, yeah, you're an X upgrade, but if you just got phasers, these freighters may be able to survive long enough for me to get back to you. We do, of course, need to come in here. I want a strength 3 beam to be prepared. I also want some reinforcement of the shields to happen, as well as a lot of electronic countermeasure, and then speed. Speed is very important. Wow, you cloaked already. Normally they do not cloak at all, and we can take care of them relatively easily. Come around over here, avoid him, stay off on his corners, and we should have no trouble dealing with that. And 2 plasma torpedoes, 2 G-type plasma torpedoes, so extended range. Not particularly effective, I would say. But they will deal the damage when needed. Alright, let's get ready for a bomb. Bomb in 3, 2... Oh, no, he's going to come out of cloak for me. Hi! We decided to plasma anchor each other. I was about to say joke's on you, I have the better plasma, but I clearly don't. Keep holding on to him. Never let go. Missiles going through. Excellent. So I did not give enough time for the plasma R torpedo to be ready. Keep holding on to him. Cut through his shields. Shatter his ship. Although it really feels like we're doing reduced damage to him. Which is not good. Knock out the plasma... Knock out the... tractor beam emitter as soon as you can. That would make things a lot easier on us. Phases are overloaded. Excellent. And follow-up missiles. Oh, you can't handle the missiles. Okay, you can clearly handle the missiles. Can I get some additional phaser firepower going on here, please? Thank you. Oh, he has a G ready. Bring up the defensive shields. I was really hoping to have that ship mostly gone by now. Oh, you little cretin. He already managed to destroy one of our freighters. Granted, we kind of drew him into it, but still. R-type plasma torpedoes ready to go. So it is 2 D-type plasma torpedoes and a whole bunch of, 4 phaser X's. So let's get ourselves ready with another strength 2-ish beam and increase the speed of the ship. You are mine, sir. You don't even realize it yet. But everything you're about to do is about to end. Reduce it down to 2, even though we're not really going to have the power. R-type plasma torpedo. Fire. Don't let him know it's a fake. Oh, wow. He's doing way faster than I thought he was. I figured he'd be doing a speed of like 13, but no, that's 30 out there. Although, you should stop. I mean, that's a lot of missiles nearby you. Aren't you worried about it? You are a real idiot sometimes. That's all I've got to say for you. Seriously, AI, just... Why? You were doing a speed of 30. You would have had no trouble having your D-type plasma torpedoes handle all of that. But no, he deployed... Oh, and our missiles are gonna vector in. Oh, that's just very unfortunate for you. He does have enough tractor beams to hold on to a couple of them. But let's see if we can't completely wipe him out. Hi, point-blank range? Point-blank range. Oh, and I forgot. I'm holding on to you. Perfect. So we did lose a freighter, which is going to have a pretty negative effect on how much cash we get back from this one. But hey, all's... Well, no, I really don't have anything positive to say about that. Losing out on cash is not great. I suppose it's great that we managed to survive, as did most of the convoy. Alright, shipyard, let's check it out. We've got a CX-3, which is missiles only, right? No, it's exactly what we're flying. So the CX-3 is a pretty good ship, but having multiples is not a good thing to do in this game. The AI, as you can see, can sometimes be rather foolish, and when the AI makes very foolish mistakes, well, you lose ships, and eventually it just ends up becoming ship tax. A couple more missiles, a little bit of repair work, and back off into space. So if you can't find these enemies, hunt them down. Eventually destabilize the area enough that we can actually take the area. So another convoy raid, or actually no, the first convoy raid. We've been doing convoy escort lately. Alright, all hands apparently getting onto deck. We're being escorted today by the castrator, who really does not quite understand the concept of personal space, especially with a name like that. And the Unguis, who is a K7 design. Squaring off against freighters. Huh, I'm not seeing any major ship he could... So we don't have a dreadnought in the close position, but there could be something on the far side of the convoy who's heading over to try and intercept us. Let's increase the speed of time since we have quite the trip to make. And we have lots more power to make it with. Get ourselves mostly up to speed. Drop one so that we can prep a scatter pack on a Wild Weasel. What do we got out here? A heavy cruiser. But I don't think you're going to be a particularly powerful heavy cruiser given the hull form that I'm seeing here. That tells me that you are, well, rather pathetic. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain he's only going to have like 2 plasma torpedoes at most. Because it's an early Romulan design, and you can tell that based on, well, the hull form itself. Never mind, you're a mauler. And you just made your one shot. Look at that. Only the Romulans would do something like that. Let's get a Strength 2 beam ready on the tractor beam emitter. Actually, no, go Strength 1. Get it up as soon as you can. The Gigas, which I suppose is an excellent name for a mauler. Hard turn. Hi. Me and you, we're about to become really good friends. For about 10 seconds. We're too close to fire our missiles, which is a bit unfortunate. However, I think we've knocked out most of his weapon systems at this point. So let's just start dragging him towards the fight, which is off over in this direction. And I'm going to hang on to you while we just finish knocking you down. And as we do that, we're going to head over to your buddies. Instead of ship as a gun with an engine. Yep. That's what most maulers are. But the Romans decided to put it in something that was absolutely tiny. At this point, I have no fear of his heavy weapon systems. I'm fairly confident that he has no more battery power left. He probably doesn't have the engine power to develop battery power. Although his shields have been holding me off quite well. In terms of protection, this actually does quite good. Keep firing the phaser. He can't break free either because we've destroyed his tractor beam emitter. So, unfortunately, we were just going to take him in tow and continually beat down on him with our couple of phasers. There we go. Okay. He's dealt with. Who's next? Let's start just rocking our way through the convoy and killing everybody. Castrator, can you please not be so close to me? No reason. So, we'll increase our speed a little bit so we can catch up a little bit faster. Hopefully the castrator will go somewhere else. There we go. Now he's engaging somebody. And engage with missiles. He does have 3 phaser X's, so I fully believe that he can handle the incoming missiles with no trouble. But maybe it'll panic him and it'll immediately stop, like he just did. For reasons I cannot quite fathom. Alrighty, so wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Hey look, that's a mine. It's directly on top of you. And we'll cut through your forward shield. When he picks up enough speed, he will basically harm himself quite badly. Come over to this guy. We'll maybe pop a couple of missiles on him if our phasers aren't ready before then. Unfortunately, we're starting to uncharge weapons, which is never cool. The plasma torpedoes and the photon torpedoes are not charging at the proper rate because the phaser capacitor needs all of that power. In FNT, we shouldn't have any trouble with getting on top of and nailing. So, as soon as we do, you're about to have a very bad day, Mr. Mercury. Oh, maybe that wasn't in such amazingness. There we go. Pop him right there. Come around to the side a little bit. Did we knock out his shuttle bay? It looks like it. Maybe not. If we hurry, we might dock it. Nope. No, he got a shuttle out again. Really, these convoy ships can be somewhat irritating when it comes to that. Alright, well, first of the Romulan freighters is destroyed. Why do we keep targeting the Romulan freighters? Shouldn't we be targeting Prime Industries? I really feel like that's the main reason why we're out here. Alright. Got him down. What's left? You apparently are a Q ship who is actually active. You're not just an armored freighter. You're actually here to defend the convoy once people get in amongst you. And you have a single B-Rack missile launcher. That's probably not going to help you all that much. Show him a defensive side. Photon torpedo and a missile. And a Wild Weasel again. Really? Really? Well, at least he doesn't have any more of that. I mean, we could, if we wanted, dump a scatter pack on top of him if we had it. Do we have it? Yeah, we do. Because he's used up his defense on that one. We get him pretty badly. Knocked out phaser 3s, looks like. Still has this AMD intact. But he has no shuttle base, so the 2 missiles might be able to actually make it through. Assuming, of course, that the little pseudo-frigates that we've got here, which I'm assuming were launched by the castrator, don't kill him anyway. Nope, doesn't look like it. The castrator itself had to actually get involved. So another convoy wiped off the map as we continue to deal damage to the Romulans, which I suppose are currently doing all the business of Prime Industries. 184 prestige is not much, but I suppose it's kind of fair. Cartel defense 65, cartel defense down to 30. We've almost got this one. So one of these tiles is going to fall relatively soon. The other one not so much. The other one's going to take a lot more pounding at. But we're doing pretty all right. So ready up. And let's rock and roll. Do we have the same friends? No, we've got the Flamapenna, which is a Firehawk. And an SBH-2, the Super Buyer. Super Buyer is, it's an okay escort. 2 Fs and 2 Ds. I suppose it might be able. Oh, it's a Killer Hawk? Is that the KHK one? I'm not quite positive on that one. Let's just increase speed and set up the full battle rattle on this one. Get ourselves prepared for whatever may come. And it's an SKA, which is a single frigate. We brought a lot of heavy firepower to this fight, and I really don't think that we needed it. I might be wrong on that one, but it kind of feels like we brought a bit too much. Maybe we should send somebody home, just to be fair. Reinforce the forward shield and get things ready. Start sapping from that forward shield so we can use it for other things. A pretty decent amount of speed on there, although it looks like the Super Buyer is going to get there way before we do. He is hungry for cannon fire. Are you going to shoot at me? Yeah, you're definitely vectoring it on me. Yeah, you didn't like that at all, did you? Let's get a couple of missiles heading his way. As long as he's holding those plasma torpedoes. Never mind, you're dead. Yeah, the whole reason why I was saving this tractor beam completely went away the moment you did that. Oh, just shove right through them. Plasma torpedoes, tractor beams, photon torpedoes. Really, it's the Phaser X's that are probably the most important thing about this ship. If we took out the plasma torpedo, it might actually not be terrible. Because you've got to be so close to use it anyway. And the AI tends to more often than not try and avoid it through use of a Wild Weasel. So if we just had phasers, can you imagine how many phasers we'd be able to cram on this ship if we had taken out the plasma R torpedo? It's actually somewhat of an interesting idea of what we should try. A fleet action, sure, why not? Generally the fleet actions go very badly against us, but I'm more than willing to give it a shot. Ready, and steady, and let's go. And we have a CH, which is not useful. And the Castrator is back again with his pseudo-frigate group. So we managed to not have too many friends that I would like to have with us on a fleet action. I'm very worried about running into dreadnoughts, and they tend to happen a lot. Alrighty, so let's increase the speed of time as long as we're sort of chilling around out here until we can actually find who we're fighting. If anybody. Although, if the map was empty, it would automatically give us a mission win condition. Alright, we've got an FHM, it's a heavy cruiser, as well as a P2R, which is a freighter. Well, we'll ignore him and focus on the Firehawk, because the Firehawk is clearly the more important target here. And, Lunas Duo, I appreciate your pluck, but oh god, it's two heavy cruisers and a freighter versus a heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, pseudo-frigate tender, and a piece of crap support ship. Jeez. We did not bring everything we needed. The ships we had in the last fight, those are the ones we need here. And we don't have them. So on the speed of time. Alright, all weapon systems are pretty much ready to go on this one, so let's go with this, and this. So, strength 2 beam, actually. Let's go with the strength 2. And we'll focus on the Fendere. If we get relatively close to him, we can slam him with everything we've got. I think he's used up all of his heavy weapons. Although, never mind, you're actually a lot less impressive than I thought you'd be. It's only 2 ST-plasma torpedoes. So, really, the Lunas Duo was not nearly in as much trouble as I thought he was. Good angle, good angle. Fire. Oh, unfortunately it's going to drag a little bit, which took it away from hitting him directly. I'm just going to sit right here and play games with you. Because your plasma torpedoes will not be ready by the time this is done, and it looks like your buddy has decided to leave you alone. Also, I have quite a bit of engine power, and I could probably push you if I need to. More phaser fire. Oh, just ripping him open. Yep, he's a burning wreck at this point. He's got 2 phaser 1s and 2 phaser 3s. So as long as he doesn't decloak to help out, we've probably got this guy dead. Come on, phasers, I want you to fire one last time. Okay, that's one of the heavy cruisers dead. Time to work on the second one. We're going to ignore the P2R2, or the PTR2, because that is, well, it's an armored freighter. What is this going to do? Nothing. This guy, on the other hand, he's actually packing 100 damage in those plasma torpedoes. 2 S's and 2 F's. The F's doing 20 damage, the S is doing 30 damage. And then he's got a pretty decent phaser complement. He's looking at 5 phaser 1s and 4 phaser 2s. The 4 phaser 2s actually can shoot at us back here. It's rather unpleasant, actually. Let's prep another beam and try not to overrun him. Also, forward shield reinforcement would be very helpful. I'm kind of annoyed with myself that I didn't have that ready from before. And a little bit of electronic countermeasure, just so he's got to deal with some pain. Keep the range outside of 1, please. And how is the tractor beam? We're ready to go. Okay, excellent. Pop. Oh, he's coming out of cloak anyway. And it looks like he shut down the tractor beam. Well, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Plasma torpedo. Fire the pseudo. He did not respond at all. Forward shield is around just in... Well, not even the forward shield, but a shield is around in time. Did quite a bit of damage to his stern on that one. Just keep right behind him. Right behind him is where I want to be. Behind him and basically on top of him. If we stay here, we're perfectly safe. Let's start fixing things that he was able to damage. Do I not have a forward shield or something? Did I miss part of this? Thought he only damaged it. I didn't realize he had destroyed it. Oh, you're hurting yourself. And we ripped open our own shield again, didn't we? But we got a whole photon torpedo strike out of it. Like, every single one of those photon torpedoes absolutely nailed him. I'm actually quite happy about that. Pull away a bit, and pop a couple of missiles. I think I've got you. Nope, you're still able to hold him just a little bit. Never mind, cascade failure. Wonderful. So, despite being rather outgunned, both in ships and plasma, still managed to pull that one out pretty good. Although it did help that that Firehawk was terrible. Like, seriously, all he had was 2 plasma S's? That's pretty awful. Shipyard. Nothing, right? A BCX-2 is the most expensive thing on the list, and that is just a heavy Marauder class battlecruiser. It's 6 missile launchers. We were in one of those before. In this day and age, it's just not any good anymore. There's too many ways of shooting down missiles, and so it's just not reliable. Oh wow, I just realized we've been playing for an hour. Well, time flies when you're not paying attention. So let's actually get things started up for Roguetech. And while we're doing that, we'll probably take one last mission, or we can talk about the wider view of the galaxy. Oh, hang on a sec. Click over here, and then click over here, so we don't lose it. Alright, how are we doing actually galactic-wise? That's the real question. So, we are clearly the most powerful cartel, although it does look like we've lost some territory just around here. It looks like the House of Korgath is kind of kicking our butt a little bit. It's a little bit irritating, actually, because we've been spending so much time dealing with this. So, let's pop over here, take another mission. MET-17 patrol, so it looks like we're actually doing a proper pirate patrol, instead of bouncing back and forth between fighting Romulans and fighting Romulans. Alright, what do we got off in the long distance? Nobody so far, unfortunately. So we're going to start pulling in at some point. Prep the Wild Weasel and the Scatter Pack. We're going to need all that support if it turns out to be something amazing. Although it could be another freighter. It threw a lot of freighters at us today, which was pretty interesting. I'm not going to complain about it since it allows us to cut through the missions a lot faster and deal a lot of damage. Nope, it's going to be a light cruiser. And it appears we are fighting an HDW-X. So not sure what that's particularly going to be. Could be plasma torpedo armed. One of the reasons it makes me think that is purely just the X designator. So I immediately panic and think the worst possible target you could ever actually run into. So we'll just cruise a little bit around the outside here. Get ourselves a maximum electronic countermeasure. Did you just cloak? No, I must have misheard it then. Alright, reinforce the forward shield. And we'll come on in you nice and gently. Pair of missiles. Slow down the speed of time so we can actually pay attention. And fire the pseudoplasma torpedo. Wow, 2 Gs. That's not terrible, actually. That's exactly what I would have done. Let's see if this works. I don't think it worked. Come on, Cloak. He's fired his load. I haven't fired mine. I still have my R-type plasma torpedoes, so we should be good. Phasers. Overload. His fighters are done for. Excellent. So now we can pull in and get behind this guy. We'll be able to make a high energy turn right quickly on him. Hopefully fire all of our heavy weapons into his stern, although I should probably prepare a tractor beam. Let's go up to a strength 3, just so we can prepare while we maneuver our way around. If he came out of cloak, he'd have a pretty decent shot at our weakened shield, but doesn't look like he's gonna buy the bait. We'd like to get him to do that. Oh, a high energy turn, please. No, your direction is not quite what I was looking for, if I'm completely honest with you. Alright, our beam would be ready if I dropped it down to a strength 2. Really? 2 high energy turns right in a row? Let me show you how this is actually supposed to be done. As long as you're trying to learn. Let's get right in his stern. So now we'll be in a decent position to continue to engage. Doing 17 while cloaked. Wow. I can't imagine you're charging a plasma torpedo with that. We've got to increase speed. He's getting away. We've got to actually get him within range in order to actually tractor beam him. Drop the mine right there. All up and select. Tractor beam. Are you kidding me? A strength 3 repel beam is what he had prepped? Either that or there's some really weird shenanigans that happens with these tractor beams. Keep him in nice and tight. Nice and tight. Prep another bomb. As long as he stays within range, we're good. Now. Ugh, he got away again. I need more speed. All he's doing is killing time, which is annoying. Because we've got him. Like, he's dead. If we want it, if he was just decloak, we could kill him easily. I swear to all that is holy. Hi, you're mine. Now go away. In 3, 2, 1. Wow, those missiles only do half damage while he's cloaked, even though we've got him locked under a tractor beam. He's lost his shuttle bait, which is excellent. And I'm actually really tempted. In fact, I am going to do this because you've really, truly annoyed me. He's going to pound our way through every single one of his shields. Hi! Bye-bye! Or maybe not. He survived a little bit longer. And now he's coming out of cloak. It's too late to surrender, friend. You should have done that while you were running rings over and over. Oh, the forward shield is down. Are you trying to make my life even more difficult? Do you really think that's a great idea? Because I don't think it is. I think you may want to reflect on your life choices when you realize that you have no more shields. Well, you have a shield, but it's not quite on the direction that actually would be helpful to you. Phasers overload. Surprisingly enough, the armor's actually holding pretty good. There we go. Taking care of him. Pirates. No concept of honor or a fair fight. 256 prestige, and the tile is down to an Empire defensive or cartel defense of 25, so it's rather vulnerable to us in the future. So once we move on, probably in our next stream, we'll probably actually grab that planet, and that will be fully under our control. So let's just finish topping off all of these weapon systems real quick. We did use a shuttle too, got to keep that in mind, as well as a couple of spare parts, and a few Marines were in the wrong place at the wrong time. And we'll do one last check through of the shipyard, although I don't think we'll find ourselves a random dreadnought. Got a CX-1, that's currently the most expensive thing on the list right now. And 2 CX-2s, so we got nothing. Alright, let's save the Orion cartel. We're good with that one. And on to the second half of the stream. So if you were only here for the Starfleet Command, I'm very happy that you joined us. It was always a good time to have you with us, but we're moving on now to Roguetech for the rest of the stream, and I hope you join us for that as well. I think it's a lot of fun of a game, and I think other people think it is too, or at least some do. So let me just quickly change the stream game type to Battletech, and we will continue the campaigns of Sledge's Hammers. So let's load on up to Sledge's Career and hot rod back up, because we've got our catapult. It's fully fixed. It's there. We just don't have anything to put in it, so we called it the hot rod. So it's not really in great condition. Well, no, that's not true at all. It's in fantastic condition. Except we can't do anything with it. Which is serving to be slightly frustrating, because here it is. It's a full-on heavy mech. Yeah, it's an ancient, more primitive design, which is easier to hit, but come on. I want to load it up with something, and we just don't have that something. So we've got to hunt down more supplies. Now, one thought would be to do basically what it was built with in the original mech design, which is a thermobolt and a thunderbolt, which would be 2 very large missiles. But I kind of would prefer an LRM-20, just for the purposes of being able to hit lots of stuff. It's time to see mechs bash into each other. Yes, I agree fully, Raider. It's time to smash and crash and explode things and hopefully not die. Because, oh boy, we don't want to lose any pilots. Losing pilots is always devastating, and it's something we strive to very much avoid, because it can be very painful to replace excellent pilots. Waiting for the game to finish loading up Sledge's campaign. Now, we started moving towards Steiner space, right? Oh, no, Merrick space. So we took a vote in the chat last time, and we had the choice between heading towards Merrick space or heading towards Draconis Combine space, and we headed down south to House Merrick, the Free Worlds League. Don't want a repeat of last week. What happened last week again? I forget. Seriously, what did happen last week? Or, oh no, last week was we took the Hunchback and took a hit to the head, and it blew everything all to hell. And then we lost the Hunchback. Yeah, that was very painful. But we're trying to make up for it because we have a brand new... Yeah, Apex. We have a relatively brand new Enforcer, don't we? Is it fully kitted out with a Gauss rifle? No, Captain Falcon died in Episode 2 of Starburst campaign. He's been dead for a long time. Yeah, so the Hot Rod is 12 days from being modified with maximum armor and I think a fusion core. So let's check out the mech bay to see everything else that we currently have. Darius has no idea what he's talking about half the time. More than half the time. That tooltip is not quite accurate. So yeah, we've got our Enforcer to take over for our Hunchback, and it does indeed have a Gauss Rifle plus plus plus. And it's a special Enforcer if not mistaken, so it has additional damage. Yeah, bonus accuracy and damage, but has recoil. And then we've got our Crab, our Blackjack, and our Jenner. Let's check out our mech warriors, since nobody appears to be injured or dying. Mummy Bear, you have nothing. Paladin, you could get a level of tactics, but that would be total waste. Roulette, you've got nothing. Sledge, you have, well, you could get a level of guts, but what is +1 health going to do for me? You're literally unkillable. Yeah, your mech will go down, but you as a pilot will not ever die. Although we could go up 2, which would also give us a 5% heat generation. It's not actually super important since his Crab is basically useless. Did this happen again? Did we save this last time and it was not extravagant and it's back up to extravagant for unknown reasons? It's a really frustrating bug because it keeps happening with Sledge's campaign. Alrighty, so let's go to the command center because apparently we are in desperate need of money. So, did we show up on a brand new planet or have I just not taken the lower level contracts? Alright, we got a defend base, a capture base, a battle straight up for 3 skulls. If we had the Hot Rod, I wouldn't mind taking that too much, but as things stand right now, I wouldn't really feel super confident taking that. Yeah, somebody's been running up the caviar bill, Raider. Is it you? Are you the one I have to blame for this? So we've got a monthly mission. We can't take any of these monthlies. We just don't have the capability to handle it. I think we may need to travel soon. A defend base, a capture base, and we're not doing the take the bait. We could do garrison duty. 5 of 21 is pretty fantastic. We're gonna check the mech bay real quick, just see what we've got in supplies. Alright, so assaults, nothing. Heavies, we've got parts for a catapult. We've also almost got a Jaeger mech, and we've got a part for a dragon. And then we've got, wow, we just do not have much right now. Well, we can survive this current round, so I think we take garrison duty, and I think we go for maximum salvage. A 1 skull, but it's 5 of 21, and if we don't run into a ton of mechs, then we'll still be good, because we need a lot of weapons kit, so we can finally get the Hot Rod working. So let's deploy on this one. We've got Sledge, Mummy Bear, Whisper, and Paladin, our current primary lance. We're at Bapex. You were taken from us far too soon. And if we get enough done here, we might have to move on pretty quick. This planet, we've mostly bled out of contracts, it seems. You have a bad feeling it's only a 1 skull. I mean, the 3 skull mission I'd be really terrified about, but this shouldn't be too bad. So, centralized supply depot here on Gekrux, located in multiple fronts of hostile action. With so many troops elsewhere, we're looking for a lance of mechs to babysit our outpost. We have no intel that suggests a specific threat, but better to be certain. We don't know where, and we don't know when, but something possibly might happen. Alright, so let's drop down, hopefully, and cause a whole heck of a lot of damage. So, I'm kind of hoping for a couple of medium mechs, or really a Jaeger mech would be perfect, because we only need one more part of that. So we could just find him and utterly smash his mech, and we'd be perfectly fine.
Command interface initiated.
Alrighty, so we're setting up here on the planet, getting ready to do things. We have 4 mechs already at long-range scans. And the turrets are working to come online if we're fast enough for it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, hopefully... Well, they're all scout mechs, so that doesn't really work for us. Get the gen on the move. Oh, look at how fast it moves. Not beautiful. Hopefully it'll absorb a little bit of fire. Not too much, it's not particularly well defended, but a little bit of fire would be great if it absorbed. Alright, so we got a 20-tonner. So you're what, a Locust... Maybe a fleet, 2 20-tonners? Really? That's just several levels of disappointing. Wait, are you all... Okay, so we've got 3 20-tonners and a 35-tonner. So I'm going to use fire starter. Actually, no, with the speed that it just moved... Can't be an urban mech. Urban mechs are 30 tons. Oh, it's a Stinger. Okay, you managed to hit the Tunon, but that's not going to help you. 4 Scout King Crabs, yes. It's well known that the King Crab can turn into a Scout mech. Can I get anywhere near here? I really can't.
Roger.
Could have taken full cash on this. We made quite a bit, and so far, that would have been just fine. Alright. Are you close enough to start activating turrets, or what?
Commander?
Mummy Bear in your arrow. Pretty quick, actually. The Blackjack. Why did it have to be a Blackjack? It's proven to be a relatively decent mech, but still. Should be able to get away. And Whisper in her top secret, stealthy as all heck, deadly long-range sniping enforcer. A plague of locusts. I don't think it's locusts. We've seen 1 Stinger so far, so they could all be Stingers.
I'm here.
Wait, why do I get to go again? Alright, let's get out here, find out what we're dealing with. Stinger, Wasp, Stinger, and the 35-tonner. We actually have a pretty good angle here. Unfortunately, we have no good accuracy. So, open fire on the Wasp, because the Wasp is more dangerous. We got a hit. Didn't do much, but we got the hit. Stinger coming on towards us. We are moving at a pretty decent clip, so hopefully that'll help out. We might actually be able to get around behind him. Okay, that was a single small laser. That's a little bit disappointing. And we know I think he's a Wolf's Dragoon modified one because he's got so many small lasers. I'm fairly certain that's a Wolf's Dragoon modification. 35-tonner, still not revealing himself. Still a mystery. Could be an urban mech, but I don't think so, because I don't think an urban mech is 35 tons. Sledge, get your butt up here. You can provide a little bit of supporting fire.
Clear the way, I'm coming in fast.
Get those MMLs in. I keep not giving him indirect fire bonuses. Maybe I should. Yeah, nothing. But then again, he had less than 1% chance of that actually happening.
You got away clean.
And the APC. Turrets are online. Deep scan. Wait, what did you deep scan? Oh, him. That'll actually work out pretty good. Whisper, can you get a line of sight on that thing? I think so. Oh, yes, you can. Stationary target. 84% chance to hit. We'll fire... Yeah, I'll fire the ER. Oh, just tore off half the mech. Wonderful. That's exactly what I want to see. It's always nice when turrets are working for you instead of against you. Alright, APCs are getting ready for actual combat again. Okay, he hit him, penetrated, and a whole bunch of damage. Fusion core crit twice. One more crit on that fusion core and that whole mech goes down. Nope, engine destroyed. Looks like we already got one. So that's 1 mech down already. And let's see if we can't get Mummy Bear on top of things. Oh, she can. Perfect.
On my way. Double time.
Yeah, it's a special enforcer with a Gauss rifle too. So it's equipped. It has additional damage.
Engaging.
Miss. I think she'll miss all three. Nope, nope. She hit the one. 2 out of 3. That's actually pretty decent on statistical land. And we're getting a lockdown on that. That's not super useful because he's going to move. Oh, wow. Structure exposed. You going to kill him? Mostly. If I get to go next. No, he's going to move this one. I mean, I would move that one. Yeah. Getting on the Wasp on the move. Backing him up a little bit. And where did he end up? Right here?
I await your command.
That was not a terrible move right there. By doing that, he robs me of the ability to get a good shot on his back. It also forces me to get relatively close. So you know what? I'm going to reserve. Hands off. You guys move. Ah, I'm going to reserve again. I'm going to let the turrets deal with you. Because at this point, they're going to be able to do it. Also, that'll force them to come to me, and I'll be able to take advantage. Okay, 35 tonner was a Panther. You're not Ex Mortis. You have a PPC, which does not connect. Excellent. So, wasted fire on the Panther. And... oh, the Panther's already been hit. Heatsink destroyed. Excellent. And what else are we dealing with? Ace Pilot. That's what we're dealing with. So many of these vehicles are Ace Pilots. Have you ever noticed that? Because I'm really noticing that quite often. Stinger rolling up. A laser and a couple of machine gun rounds. One of the laser looks like it actually managed to connect. And then the rest of the turrets will just try and nail absolutely everything. Oh, so wonderful. The deep strikes, or the deep scans. Okay, Stinger exposed. Left torso, left arm. So he's having a bad day. Then we'll run up on top of him and try and nail him. Alright, Paladin. If I get you to behind this guy, is it worth it? 77s? I think it'll be worth it. Maybe. If I get you in front of this guy, what are we looking at on just a normal walk? 82. Wow. No, we're going in front. Hello. We've come to play.
Cry havoc.
Come on, gets a little bit more doubled up. There we go. Knocked out the leg. He's going to be down to 1 wound.
Good.
Oh, he's having a bad, bad day. We're going to be able to follow up on this one, too. So he's got 1 injury left, and he's only got a single crit left on that fusion core before it explodes.
Yes, Commander.
Whisper, you got a target? Okay, how about if you ran? If you ran, you can get a target. It's not a good target. The recoil on the Gauss rifle is pretty bad, so we're going to shut off the Gauss rifle, let her take just a large laser shot. She'll follow up with a... wow. Good shooting. Tore off the other side, so if he falls over, he's dead.
That one.
That Stinger's been basically ripped apart. And Mummy Bear,
For orders.
I want you to fire at this Clag. Or I actually want you to be doing that second, because your machine guns might be able to do quite a bit of damage in a relatively short period of time. If I walked, what are we looking at? 92s. 92s are beautiful. Come right up here. Take aim at him. 2 good hits already from the cannons. Nothing from the lasers. Some structure exposed work. Alright, opened him up nicely for Mummy Bear.
Ready for orders.
To get Mummy right on him. There we go. 79s for the machine guns. Everything on. Oh, let's rock and roll. Okay, not as many crits as I was kind of hoping for. But it should make him unsteady. Never mind, the engine's gone. He's worse than unsteady, he's on the ground.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Alright, we need to figure out exactly where they're coming from.
New contact on my screen.
Are we dealing with anybody down south, or is it just going to be these guys up north? And we're looking at 3 medium mechs. Or at least 3 that are moving in the medium section.
Ready for orders.
I want you to basically kill this guy. I really don't care what else you have to do. Pop over here. Take aim. Do I want to go for a CC? What's in here? What do you have? It's really nothing special. Yeah, we'll be surgical about it anyway. Although I think we've blown up. Yeah, we tore it completely apart. At least it won't be cluttering up the loot table, and that's kind of important. Although so far we haven't really gotten anything worth anything. Okay, got a mech down south. Gotta keep that in mind. 2 mechs down south, and a mech and a tank so far. Anything else, or is it all going to be from the force up here? Oh wow, a lot of stuff coming from down south. That's actually somewhat worrying. 25 tonner. Should have taken this as cash. It's all light mechs and crap.
Orders.
I was so very much hoping. Do you have any weapons at all? No, you have nothing. I'm going to ignore you until... Well, I'm just going to ignore you. Sprint, get a new shot. That will do. We've got a wasp. Shut off that. Turn on the Gauss rifle. It'll be 56% chance. Pop me a wasp. Thank you, Whisper. Thank you very, very much. I love this mech. I love Gauss rifles in general. They're just a lot of fun. So, we've got some locks going on. It's a hunter out there. Medium mech from where? Oh, is that from up here? Is it you? 45 tonner. Yeah, I suppose it's technically a medium.
How can I help?
Sledge, you can try to annihilate everything, honestly. You got a shot here? 50%? 69.
Confirmed.
That's a much better shot. So we're going to do this. Target you. Target you. It ain't a great opportunity, but basically we have no problems with heat. Alright, we hit the hunter once so far. Following up on the commando. Missed with both the lasers, but I do anticipate a couple of missiles hit. Hey, look at that. 2 missiles hit. And the hunter taking a couple of large laser shots already. What armor do you got? Wow, 160 on the front. I didn't realize that. Our APCs have been just absolutely invaluable in this mission. They've been nailing large laser shots left, right, and center. Okay, incoming missiles. Not too much. And also targeted the APC, so honestly I don't really care all that much. You know what? You're going to spend a turn cooling down, I think. How much CT... Nah, we're actually going to have to invest to kill him a little bit. He's actually a little bit well set up to not be easily... maybe not. He'll be easily knocked over by anybody who shoots at him. Let's just walk up here. Large pulse off. That'll be fine. Actually, can I shut off the mediums and keep the large pulse on if I shut off other things? Yes, because the large pulse is just such a great chance to hit. Of course she'll miss the first shot, but follow up with the second will work, and the third will also work, but it is spread out, so not a whole lot of damage where it needs to be. Spider already under fire. Couple of missiles. Ooh, decent number of missiles have hit already. And the target has been acquired. Oh, this poor Stinger. There we go, engine destroyed. So the Vanguard's been defeated. That'll be a decent increase to the cash. Should have taken this as cash only. I thought paying that much out for a 1 skull, I was like, no, for sure. Absolutely. I have zero doubts at all that they're going to give us all kinds of stuff. Medium mechs, maybe a heavy or 2 in there, but nope.
Standing by.
It's all just lights. Alright, let's get the Jenner down south to support.
Full speed.
Splitting up the lance a bit, but I'm hoping that the heavy firepower that I can get out of the Enforcer will be able to handle most of the incoming. Scorpion, okay. Taking aim at the building. Please stop shooting the buildings. I need these buildings intact. Otherwise, they're not going to pay me as much. That's not true. They're going to pay me as much as... Anyway. Spider's going to rock and roll. Get a little bit closer. Well, at least it's not a Venom. We're actually heading away from the part of the galaxy that builds Venoms, so should be good on that. Hunter rolling on forward with all his massive frontal armor. Taking his shots at the Arrow now. And getting quite a few on. Arrow, you don't have... No, just a normal engine. And our last little participant down here. The Commando rolling up. He's in cover and he's shooting through. Managed to miss with the autocannon, but honestly, the autocannon and the medium laser do the same amount of damage. So who cares? Sledge. Sledge, my man. Who do we need to kill? We got a Hunter, we've got a Vindicator. I'd love to take this Vindicator intact. If I got really close to him, would you let me hit him accurately? No. No, that's not going to help. 50-50. I think we take out the hunter. He's a good, easy shot. And if we remove him from the initiative, I'll be a very happy camper. Oh, it's just so much armor to burn through. Well, the Vindicator already taken a couple of good hits. Vindicators are solid and reliable mechs. We have a Vindicator in Starburst Sardaukar that it's been with us since the beginning, and it's always useful. Ow. PBC slamming into the arrow, although it looks like it hit the leg. It's not as bad as it could have been.
Yes, Commander.
And Whisper, you've got side shots on quite a few things. Oh, in cover. That would be beautiful.
Roger that.
In cover, a little bit of evasion going on here. And we're going to turn on the ERLR's laser anyway.
Moving on.
Oh, blew off the leg. And then took a shot right out of the CT. I'm telling you, this Enforcer is fantastic. On his back, 2 of 3 health remaining.
Starting to cook.
And we'll be able to use the Enforcer immediately on the next turn to kill it before it can stand up. So an excellent position to be in, because we'll be able to follow up with the Gauss Rifle, because even though the Gauss Rifle is currently suffering from a lot of recoil right now, because he's on his back and non-evasive, we should have a relatively easy shot.
Standing by.
Alright, Mummy Bear, let's go end something. What do you want to kill? Well, if I walk out into the middle of here, I'm going to get shot at by a lot of things. Can I get in the water? I can. That'll help out with the heat. I could absolutely tear into this Vindicator. And I might underrun him, actually. Turn on all the things. That is still going to cause me to cook a bit, but that's okay, because we are standing in water. So, it's just too good of an opportunity not to take.
Giving him everything I got.
See if we can't open him up a bit. We do have some penetration. And a decent number of machine gun shots hit through this, which... Is there anything in here? Just some heat sinks, which we blew up both of them. And critted the small laser, which is on the head, isn't it?
Over the red line. Heat damage.
Ah, you're fine, Mummy Bear. Don't worry about it. Got more deep scans going on. Lots of deep scanning going on. Can I just get some supporting fire? That'll work. I'll take that gladly. Fusion core crit twice. So his CT is now open. One more crit on that and we'll have most of that mech. Alright, back up to the enemy turn. They got the J. Edgar tank moving up. Taking a shot with his medium laser. Actually managing to get him a little bit. And target acquired, which is unfortunate. But on to us, Paladin.
I'm your spaniel.
Paladin, if I just had you rush over here, we're looking at 66s. If I had you sprint as far as you could, we're looking at 82s. And how's the CT? 70 or 27. So we only need 2 to hit.
My way. Double
We'll give it a chance. So go right for that CT.
confirmed.
I think we got him. Yep. So Spider's out. And now we just got to deal with a Scorpion and a J. Edgar. I don't think the Scorpion has a shot. Never mind, I take that back. He has a super long-range shot against this Turan. Wow, that's actually really impressive. The Enforcer should be able to get in amongst them and start blasting them. Hunter's rolling forward. Taking fire on the arrow. Probably realizes that the arrow is absolutely going to annihilate this guy.
Heat damage.
With the CT open, just the machine guns alone should be able to crit most things. And, oh, we're looking at a punch from the commando. Getting in behind and taking a swing. It impacted, however, our armor is just fine. Our armor is reasonably okay. Alright, Mummy Bear, I want you up first. Because we've already taken care of the spider, so if we got the spider taken care of, we should be fine. Walk right up to him. Say hi, shut off the large pulse laser.
Locking on target.
Because that should be able to crit him to death. Yeah, that's an engine destroyed.
One less target.
And incoming laser fire on the hunter. Starting to weaken quite considerably. I may actually ignore the commando. Probably not super great, but it is a thought. Striker also moving up. Opening fire on the arrow at relatively close range, but the arrow has a decent amount of armor. It's not amazing, but it's decent enough to keep it alive in this kind of close combat situation.
Holding firm.
Alright, Sledge. Could just get a shot on his back. That might actually be the best way to go. Give me a back shot right there. 69. How much armor do you got in the rear? 20. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
I'm moving.
You've got that handled, right, Mummy Bear?
Triggering an alpha strike.
Okay, we missed with one of the more important shots. But we managed to kill the commando. I think by the end of this, we are going to have another commando. So we, on the bright side, we probably could sell it. Alright, we've got another 5 rounds, but I think we're actually going to clean them all up by then. Well, 4 rounds at this point, because everybody's going to go through. Whisper. You got a shot on the tank? Oh, you got a beautiful shot on the tank. Which is more dangerous? You've got an LRM-10 and an LRM-5. You've got 2 medium lasers. Who's got more armor? 520, 400. Yep, so you are definitely the more important target. If I sprinted to get in close, what are we looking at? 79.56, and if I just move, 79.69, so way better to just walk. Okay, rocket launcher's on, everything on.
Firing a full salvo.
Oh, hit it with the Gauss rifle, and then followed up with all the missiles. Come on, get a penetration. Are you kidding me? 5
My flamer is
5 forward health. We did manage to avoid the shutdown. Timon, you just need to land 2 missiles on his front. There we go. So now we just got to deal with a single Scorpion and the Hunter and the... Just the Hunter, I think. Scorpion moving up.
Orders?
Paladin, get on top of him. Just get in there close and nail as much as you can of him to a wall.
No shooting. Just running.
Line him up and knock him down.
All weapons.
It looks like a pretty decent concentrated strike. IC engine destroyed. He's out of the fight.
I think things are going swimmingly. Don't you?
And our last enemy up here is the Striker, who is just a whole bunch of SRMs and LRMs. With the concentrated fire of absolutely everybody, we might actually have a chance. Although he is rather, well, I was about to say he's rather evasive, then I saw he only has 2. So he's not actually all that evasive. He's going to hurt the arrow probably a little bit. Looks like the armor is holding. Excellent.
barely hit, Commander.
Alrighty, we need Mummy Bear first. Actually, no. Let's try and get Sledge in here first. Because he will be able to get direct line of sight shots with his cannons. And if he can open anything up, then Mummy Bear can follow up with the machine guns. Pretty decent number of cannons hit that right side. Or left side. And engine destroyed. That'll be him out too. Alrighty, so that's every single enemy wiped out. That was an incredibly disappointing base assault when it comes to salvage. It worked out really well when it comes to us. I mean, nobody took a penetrating hit, nobody took a head hit, no injuries, no fall downs, nothing. But the payout, oh, it could have been so high. It was going to pay out $1 million, and it would have been an additional 50%. Oh, I regret so much about that. Or get so much salvage of useless things. Because nobody really had a lot of anything. Only 1 part from that Panther, a ton of Stinger parts. If we don't come out of this with a Stinger, I'm going to be immensely surprised. How many Vindicator parts was that? Can you stop messing up on the scroll? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll take it. If we had a 5th one, I would definitely grab that. Beagle Operative Probe. We might not keep that, but I am keeping it there just because it's an odd little item to add in. A lower arm actuator. Meh. Let's see if there's any larger size LRM launchers. We need that desperately. Tons of heat sinks. We're gonna get a lot of heat sinks out of this, I feel. None of the LRMs survived, really. Oh no, there they are. Oh, grab me that 20. Dump the Beagle. I want that LRM-20. Thank you. So we got a commando part, a Stinger part. We actually did not come out of this with an additional. Picked up a couple of lasers, some SRMs, a Fusion Core 145, so that'll be useful for a couple of light mechs, I suppose. Now we're close to building a Vindicator, which would be nice. Although we don't have it. If we had one more Vindicator part, we would definitely have it. But if we run into one, we can just blast it with everything we've got, and if we kill it, we're good. So, we are starting to run out of missions here, and we unfortunately got locked on an extravagant payout. So we are going to have to pay a lot of cash, but we got to get out of here. We've got to go to a new planet to find something a little bit more, well, cash payout-wise. All right, how much are you going to give me? Anything special? 19,000 to repair the mechs for 7 days. We just need a little bit of work. Yeah, the hot rod is still very much in need of lots of repair. The Jenner and the Enforcer, I don't think we have anything we can do to them. What's our next contract going to be? God 8 days, I'd like to get in at least one more. Cease and desist is a destroy base, but that does worry me. Weakest link is an assassinate. It's only a half skull assassinate though. So I don't think it'll be anything good. Logistics breakdown. Hot landing. I think we take hot landing as a cash contract. Knowing that if we do this, it will be a whole ton of great mechs. I've got 800,000. Do I really, really need to? Turn the tables is a destroy base. That makes it a little bit difficult. Defend a base at 2 skulls. Capture a base. Capturing a base doesn't require us to have to take out turrets, does it? Because if so, that may actually be worth trying. Letter of mark. Lyran against Merrick. Take the bait is pirates, but it's a 3-skull anti-pirate mission. That's going to be a rough one. Give me a couple more days. Our medical boost and tech boost have expired. One more for the arrow. Okay, let's go to our contracts now again. This time we're actually going to take it. Ooh, that's going to be rough. I think we take the bait, or hot landing. We are going to take it as cash. If worse comes to worse, the more parts we get, we can sell parts. And parts can make you a lot of cash pretty quickly. So it's not as big of a deal if we go a little bit light on cash. Also, we have more than enough currently to pay our bill. So I'm not super worried about it yet. Things may change, but really we need to get a more solid lance in so we can start taking some higher skull missions in a way that makes me feel confident we can handle it. Now, the Enforcer did bring a lot of pinpoint to our lance that we didn't quite have. We had it when Apex was still around with her Hunchback, with that AC-20 we had just fitted on it. But the Gauss rifle is a pretty decent substitute. It does a little bit less damage, but it should be more than enough to handle it. The problem is it's just not super well armored. Or at least not as well armored as I'd like it to be. Also, I want a heavy mech. I want to put a heavy mech in this lance so that we can actually do something with it. Alrighty, touching down. Let's have some fun. Well, they should be relatively close, actually. Reserve. It is relatively close to the enemy, so I'm a little bit worried about reserving this much, but I think we should be fine. Maybe. Paladin. Get that Jenner on the move. Find out what's going on.
No shooting, just running.
Okay, we're looking at 4.
Earn our money.
4 unknown targets. Let's see what they want to do. Find out soon enough. Apparently nothing.
Commander?
Yeah, get up there. I need you as far forward as possible to get you involved. Hopefully there's no reinforcements, because it feels like a pretty small map. The no reinforcements would be quite painful. Sledge. Go fast. We need to get as much as the lance in on a position as soon as possible, as tightly together as possible. I think there's reinforcements on the map already, because none of these are moving or doing anything. And that has me really worried. Because 8 mechs, that could be a little bit much to deal with. So, unknown mechs, we've got 2 unknown mechs and an unknown vehicle. Please don't be a demolisher, that would be terrible. Do they just get to move after me or something? Because that would be slightly annoying. 2 unknown vehicles, 2 unknown mechs. Okay. Let's see how everybody shakes out then, in terms of initiative. Allow us to figure out what's really going on. 2 mediums, 2 lights, okay.
Waiting for orders.
We're gonna do that. So we got an Nasty Spider. I didn't quite notice what this was, even though it flashed up. And a Vedette. Vedettes are meh. The nasty spider could get really rough, though. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff. He's got small pulse lasers to ignore my evasion. He's got an RL-40, which is going to be rough just to deal with all that incoming fire. Ugh. Gosh darn it. Already? We did not need that. That's going to be painful. And you're a commando? You hit me, which is kind of annoying. I'm still a little bit surprised about the whole commando part. We keep running into random pieces of commandos. And are you actually going to be able to crest this hill? You are. You're a hunter. You're a pirate hunter. 160, 90, 60. I don't think I can deal enough damage without showing my back off to somebody. So the vedette is kind of ignorable, honestly.
Yes, Commander.
Whisper, can you get a shot on his side? You can get a shot on his side. So how about if I just walked? Can I get a shot on his side? Yeah, we can. We absolutely can. 79 and terrible with everything else. 84. But I need to deal 40 more damage than that. Yeah, I need to deal a lot more damage if I want to do that. How about I just move to try and take you on? 9643. You're a large. Move. We'll take on the hunter here. I'm gonna activate the rocket launchers to do this. Okay, we hit the machine, hit him with that, and just give me a couple more shots on that side armor, and we've got him killed. Come on. Oh, of course not.
Solid connection, that one.
18 damage. We're gonna need Mummy Bear to follow that one up, which is really unfortunate, honestly.
How can I help?
You can get to the side here. 17's not good enough. That'll be better. Coming right here. And we're going to split fire him. You and you. And most of this is going to go to B. Yeah, it's not good chances to hit, but it'll have chances to hit. Do that. Make sure this thing goes away. Probably could have saved just the missiles on it. Yeah, everybody does seem to have a commando. It's such a common mech, it's almost annoying. We've taken out one of the enemy. And incoming long-range fire. I might even be able to get Mummy Bear up here to actually follow up on this. Then again, Mummy Bear probably should be better off killing the commando.
Receiving you.
Point blank range, it's a 43% chance. How have I got around to his back? Can't quite do it. Oh, that's painful. Alright, it's gotta be a walk. Get right next to him.
Move order received.
And we'll just light him up with everything we got. Maybe we'll get lucky and something big will explode. I blow off a hand. And we structure exposed him. 15 left. If we managed to get one more hit from that large pulse laser on there, we would have killed him. Well, we would have made him hurt. Is he nasty swinging? Going for point-blank range shots. Hit us with the lasers and some of the rockets. He's firing everything he's got right now. Not as bad as it could have been. And also your back is now exposed to me. Or it will be when I move. The vedette's coming, however, to cover that back. A little bit of machine gun fire getting in on us. Don't think any of it hit, though. Alright, Paladin. How much armor does this vedette have? Yeah, 75, 67, 67. I will deal 30. Oh, 30 something. Coming you from the side, though. Wow, you are very evasive. Get right here. 54. I'm a fan of 54s. Just not going to make me very evasive for the next round, which kind of sucks. But hey, maybe I'll break something important. Because you don't have a ton of back armor. Unfortunately, I didn't double up anything. Oh, that's going to be kind of painful. That's a PPC. Yeah, that's a Panther. Assuming, of course, the clans didn't show up. Which I don't think they have. We're heading in the opposite direction of the clans right now. Gotta get this Jenner on the move, though. Being so slow, I was kind of hoping we'd get a little bit more done. Okay, let me guess. You're an ace pilot? I mean, I can't imagine that you fired and just... No, apparently he just... No, okay, there. There it went. I was almost convinced you were crazy.
Orders?
Just get around to his back and make him suffer everything.
Position.
And cook it.
All weapons back go.
Just turn him inside out. Nobody here wants to deal with the rest of a commando. There we go. I was a bit worried he'd actually survive that.
The heat is frying my internals.
But you're alive, aren't you? But getting around to the back of this Anassi's not going to happen.
Orders?
It's such a frustratingly difficult mech to deal with. 'Cause it's really good at what it does. Alright, pop up here. Turn off the Gauss rifle. Just give him a laser. That way the Gauss rifle will be reset. The recoil on it right now is really having a negative effect on its accuracy. So we shut off that we shut off the cannon, let the Gauss rifle steady a bit. That will be able to start hitting accurately next turn. Okay, a couple of long-range missiles coming in on the Jenner. None impacting. That actually surprises me, considering he's only got 3 evasion. I suppose the force is helping some, but I didn't think it'd help with that much. Can I actually get around to his back? Oh, I can with an obstructed shot. I can get around to the back of both of them.
Confirmed.
I'm going to try and kill the Vedette.
Aye, aye.
You never quite know if you'll be insanely lucky, which, by the way, we weren't. Although most of his armor's gone. Nasty moving away. Lasers plinking away. Nailing us pretty much every single time, I assume. Yeah, really boring on into that arm. Brought it down to below half, which is painful, but it's on the side that's away from the incoming enemy. Assuming this cannon doesn't hit us. Good, nothing. How actually are you doing on armor? Your back armor is down to 17, and that's your right armor, right? Yeah. So, honestly,
I'm ready.
if Paladin weren't facing the wrong direction, we'd have a perfect opportunity to kill him here. That's not in the forest, is it? Right there. That's good.
Onward.
Forest, lots of evasion. Kill me a tank.
All weapons.
I think we've got it. Good. So we took out the Vedette,
I have
which means now we just have the Anassi in our group, and then the reinforcements. Got a Panther. Opening fire on the Crab, and missing. Excellent. Anassi has a bit of a problem in his back, which, guess who's behind him?
Yes.
Hi, it's Whisper. Guess what Whisper likes to do? She takes long walks and fires heavy weapons into the back of mechs. Gauss rifle on, cook it a little bit. She can't explode anyway.
Angle is good.
There we go. Almost tore it off.
I'm
Not quite, though. So, assuming if the Anassi doesn't move, then the Crab can probably get behind him. I'm going to see if Mummy Bear can do it first. I don't think so. Yeah, no. So, Sledge, let's get our Crab behind him. Right behind him. Can I walk behind him? Huh, who'd have thought it? I can. Oh, how unfortunate for you. Hi. Hopefully bye. Gyro. Ferro Fiber's destroyed. He's unsteady. He's having just basically a bad day. Alright. Hit us a couple more times with that. Those light pulse lasers he's just being incredibly accurate with. Alright, Mama Bear. Can you please kill this guy? That's all I ask. Honestly, you're probably not going to be able to do it.
Double time. Let's go.
Shut off the large pulse laser, shut off the medium lasers. Just the large pulse laser? Yeah, try that.
Taking the shot.
Okay, not great. Okay, second hit. Third hit. We've almost gone through most of that armor, but the knockdown was more important, clearly. Because now he has 2 health. Wait, did he ignore the torso explosion? Although the other great thing about this is now the Anassi's not providing line of sight to us? What? Apparently he is. Huh. Either that or he has just additional range.
Commander?
Alright, Paladin. Let's get you pretty quick on the move.
I'm walking here.
And kill him. What do you got in the CT left? Partial wing system, how about in the shoulder? Patchwork materials would be okay to have. Yeah, just core him out.
Confirmed.
And he ejected. Okay, that worked even better because now he's left most of it in assy. It's not really a mech that I would like to have, but hey, it'll work. Unknown mechs operating at longer range. Are you telling me both of these are vehicles? Are the mediums? It can't be.
Commander.
Whisper. Not a great shot if I'm completely honest. Shut off that large laser, let it chill out for a bit, and send a cannon shell his way. Not great, probably should have saved it.
Reporting negative damage.
And unknown's moving up. Can't be that you're both vehicles, because that would just be...
Yeah, Commander.
We went for more salvage,
On the move.
and we may come to regret that. Okay, medium lasers a go. Ooh, good hit on the CT. Plus a few machine gun rounds to cause a little bit extra damage to him. And nothing too special, honestly. This large pulse laser is kind of disappointing if it's not headshotting everything. Yeah, both of the medium area mechs ended up being vehicles. Oh, that's frustrating. Is it so much to want good mechs?
Talk to me.
You're what, just LRM-15? Yeah. You're ignorable. Have I got really up and close personal to him? 56? No, that'll not do it. 69.
Copy that.
Line them up with them light rifles and let them pay for it. 2 good shots. Hey, even one of the medium lasers hit. Heatsink destroyed. We've opened up one of his shoulders, so that's a good shot. Now, if only I can get him to eject like the last one. Hey, look! It's another commando. I think the game's trying to tell me something.
Barely a
The least you could be an Orion.
Here.
That would make me happy. 54. Can't quite turn there. Yep, that's a side shot, isn't it? Give me that rear shot. That'll do.
moving to position.
Get ourselves some evasion. Deal with this commando. If we drill them all into the same spot, we'd kill them, but unfortunately it went to both legs and then this.
Reporting critical hit.
Paladin, please hit things importantly. Okay, 30 damage on a punch. That's an odd choice. Especially considering you have a PPC and an SRM-4. You could have dealt a lot of damage doing that. That is quite evasive, though. 43. What do I got out of the forest? 50. Point blank range? 17. Doesn't like point blank range. How about in his back? Not quite. Just normal walk. We'll go with the 50-50. May as well make a coin toss.
Copy that.
Well, at least you hit with a 1. So, congratulations. You have managed to be oh, wow. Okay. That'll work. Nice job, Whisper. Your enforcer continues to impress. Hitting the crab with a cannon. Not great. But we're dealing with it.
I've got your back.
Sledge. Sledge, do you just want to run out here to the striker? 75. Yeah, you'll kill it if you hit him.
Moving out.
Come out here and say hi.
The weapons.
What? Oh, never mind, because of the CT.
That was a
Apparently ammo was, or not the CT, the structure. Okay, striker's rolling away. He did not like that one. Well, apparently I blew up his ammo, but managed to not apparently break him.
That was sloppy, lad.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, let's kill ourselves a commando. I think I can do it from point blank range. All the machine guns to Han. Let's have some fun with it. There we go. Beautiful. Just beautiful.
My lead.
Alright, so now we just got the 2 vehicles to deal with, a Vedette and a Hunter.
I'm taking damage.
You're fine. The change in the heat system was really fun, because it allows you to actually be aggressive. Can't get the Vedette. How's your back? I'm just not going to be able to get there. That's unfortunate. And the Vedette side is 67, and the back is even more than that for reasons. So let's get right on top of it. If we're really lucky, we'll be able to kill the Vedette, I think. And I don't mind cooking a little bit. So let's open fire. Wow.
Over the red line.
Paladin's shot placement just has not been on today. Like, he'll hit things, but he won't hit things in a place where it's a much better idea to hit him. Alrighty, back onto us. So let's get Whisper, I think. Ooh, it's gonna... There we go. Oh, there was a very narrow range of a shot where you can fire in between the mechs.
Firing.
Good kill. Alrighty.
These vehicles, just my mech's heating up.
And now we just got to deal with that one hunter, and we'll be done. So Sledge, you want to get a good shot on him? Get right up next to him. Make sure it's a side shot. We do, after all, want to hit that open side of his. Oh, I think I made a mistake. No, I'm still facing his front. Ah, nope, we got it. Still hit the side. Good show there, Sledge.
Never stood a chance.
Clearly not. So again, a relatively disappointing mission when it comes to salvage, because I wanted heavy mechs. I need one Jaeger mech part. That's all I'm asking for, is the one Jaeger mech part. You'd think they would oblige every so often. So, 96,000. Crab's gonna be probably expensive to repair. But at least the arrow didn't take too much damage this time, just the arm. Oh, oh, we got ourselves a Spider and Assy. That's the new 45-ton mech for the Lance. Or maybe not. We've got to get this if we want it to happen. There's nothing especially cool here, right? You don't have any special gear. A couple of fusion cores would be actually pretty nice. Patchwork materials, I don't care. Okay, cross your fingers, hope for a spider. Yes, we got it. One, two, three, four, yep. Oh, a brand new Spider and Assy. See, now my strategy of always making sure to keep all of the special mechs has paid off. Because you don't run into them all that often, but when you do, if you can get them, oh, it's super useful. So I take it back. As salvage, that mission actually turned out pretty good. Now, the Spider Nasty is about 45 tons, I think, so it's basically a Phoenix Hawk. So let's see what we can mod into it. We might be able to swap out the Jenner because of that. Because I was not about to swap out the Jenner for a Commando. Although I would be more than willing to swap out the Jenner for a Catapult.
Ready to fight, Commander.
Alrighty, have to payload of 4 Arrow 10s and twin plasma cutters. And 25,000 for 12 days. So we're committed to being here for the next little while. Unless we decide to take a trip. Check out the Meg Bay. Our brand new Spider. We may not be able to fix it. There is that. So refits. Oh, everything on it broke. Alright, fix it all. You kept a plasma torch and a rocket launcher? Really? Not great. Okay, give me some engine equipment. What do we got here? I got a Fusion Core 245, which is bigger than what it... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. You kept it... We kept the Fusion Core intact. That's actually going to be pretty handy. Well, I thought the Fusion Core was destroyed, but no, it's just been crippled. So we can patch that. Alrighty, so how fast does that make this thing go? Okay, so it'll be a 5.8, which is pretty decent. For a 45 tonner, yeah, it'll be fine. I mean, it's no cicada, but who's asking for it? We got patchwork material, 75 tons, a case 2, and a hand. I don't think I'd want to make it a plasma torture. Like, I don't think there's anything special about this chassis which makes it better in melee. Yeah, it did have an ECM array, which would have been helpful, but unfortunately, we don't get to have it. Let's just go maximum jump jets, I think, on this thing. Oh, wow, we kept the endocomposite and the ferro intact? Huh, talk about luck. So we got the important things out of this mech. That's pretty good. Okay, let's rip the plasma torch out, and maybe the small pulse laser too. I'm not sure about that. We do need one additional heatsink. So let's come over to my heatsinks, of which we have exactly 10 and no more or no. Come on, fit in just beneath it. Ah, whatever. Put it in the head. Can't put anything else in the head. So we've got enough heatsinks on this one. Now what can we do in terms of weapons? We can get 4 missile launchers, 2 energy weapons, 2 support weapons. And we've got an arc welder and some MGs. And also the plasma torch, but they're not very accurate as we saw. How are we dealing with SRMs? 12 tons. Pull that rocket launcher out. 12.75 tons. Could we turn this just into a javelin, except big? I would be on board with this. And then an SRM-2? Actually, no, we wouldn't even need the SRM-2, honestly. Is there some sort of... anything special here? We're going to need 2 tons of ammo. I mean, that's almost a guarantee. And can I get down to normal pulse laser, or normal small lasers? So drop the pulse. Small. And a small. We are not good on heat. That's a major problem, actually. Oh, I forgot. 14 heat apiece. Jeez. So we'd basically bounce in and we'd be able to fire once. Okay, drop us down to this, which also allows us to drop down to this. So 100 rock. Maybe a ton and a half, actually. That might be better. We're going to game it out first. So we're 28 heat just from the rocket launchers alone. And the small lasers become a problem. I can put only 2 laser weapons on here, which is a bit unfortunate. But then again, I don't really need all that much damage. Or I could turn it into a PPC hauler. I mean, we wouldn't be able to fire all that often, but we could do it. But this many jump jets... You can also armor it the heck up. I think we'll do that. Let's buff up the armor on this thing. Give ourselves quite a bit to work with. Just don't think it's a great setup. Just max it. 1.69, so let's get down to 1.5. Oh no, we can go all the way to 2 tons. The Anasi's quirks are... See if I can find it in here. Somewhere around here. Not really sure. Let's back out. We may as well. We're not really doing anything special to this yet, and I'm not really convinced that an SRM-12 is good enough for this sort of role. So the Anasi is going to be coming with nothing special, honestly. It has no special quirks. Doesn't look like it anyway. Yeah, I'm not selecting anything on this. Yeah, nothing special. It just doesn't do anything special. So the problem that we're going to have with this Anasi is the fact that it only has single heat sinks. It doesn't have a huge number of energy hardpoints. So if you want to build something special with it, that might be a bit of a problem. But I'm still going to try. Heatsink in the head. So we have 30 heat to work with. And we've got 4 missile launcher slots. So we've got to use them. So the SRM-6 I don't think is a solution because it just generates too much heat. I could get 2 in here, but that's... I mean, what is that gonna do? If I could get all 4 in there, that would be something pretty impressive. But we just generate way too much heat. And I can't really javelin this. I mean, that would just be... That would be absurd if we tried to javelin it. Or maybe not. SRM, 3 SRM-6s is actually... It's a common loadout that we did back in Season 1. Where we would have 3 SRM-6s and we'd back that up with a heavy pinpoint weapon. That may be the way to go here. Minus the heavy pinpoint weapon, we just don't have it. If I can free up a ton... let's drop down to 75. If I can free up a full ton, then we can put in the small lasers, and the small lasers can be backup that we just don't use. Oh, and we're also missing the jump jets. Do I just dump the jump jets entirely? This thing's gonna be pretty fast on its own. If I do that, I put myself up to medium lasers. But again, the heat on this thing is just going to be absurd. So we're going to be generating 62 heat. So every time we fire this thing, we are generating 30, 42 heat. Our heat threshold is 30. So 12. We can do this twice without then firing the medium lasers, I think. That might not be terrible. I mean, yeah, it can't alpha, but I want the medium lasers there as a backup, as something additional we can throw in there. But this might be good at dealing with turrets. This might be good at dealing with some kinds of vehicles. Honestly, the ideal version of this mech has 4 SRM-6s and a double heatsink kit. But I don't think we're going to get that, because we just don't have the equipment for that. We could throw in patchwork materials to give us minus 0.75 tons, but what else will we put in here? Aside from maybe case. But I'm not all that convinced that I'm going to need it on a mech like this. It's probably going to cook a lot, but... yeah, 38 days. Let's lock it in. That way we've got a mech on the way that we're building. We are going to want to go through our mech bay now, though, and sell a couple of things. So, lights. I don't care about stingers. We're never going to bother building a stinger. Nor a wasp. The javelin we'll keep just in case. And this is a royal stinger, so we got to keep you. And a commando. See, we're going to keep the commando parts because if we run into one extra commando, we will get it. The Panthers are cool light mechs, but I really want to move into something larger. Mediums, we got our Vindicator parts. One more Vindicator, and we have it. Phoenix Hawk, Enforcer, and Phoenix Hawk. I'm not a huge fan of, but hey. I think we take one more mission. Oh, wait, no, we can't. We've got to chill.
I've got the financial report.
Okay, stop being extravagant. Stop glitching out, and every time I load in the save, you go to extravagant, because that's getting difficult to work with. Alright, we got the arrow done. I just got to double check. Nasty and the hot rod, yep. Wow, the hot rod's going to be done in 4 days. So, the hot rod is going to be done before the crab. Oh, good deeds. Even before arriving in the morning briefing, you... What is up with this? Let's throw a party in the barracks. So, morale decreased, but... Wait, what? The party was an incident. Fortunately, I was there by the interview before it got out of hand. I had to assign roulette to kitchen duty for a few days. Wow. Whoops. So apparently that did not work out at all. Well, we have 3 days anyway. Alright. Let's quickly check out our hot rod real quick. See if we got anything real special. And then we'll move on to the last mission of the day. But just quickly check out the hot rod. Hi. What do you got? Well, do we have enough stuff to put in you yet? So it's got a Fusion Core 260, which might be a bit big for it. Weapons. Missiles. I've only got one LRM-20. Oh, the fact that we only have one of these things is getting to be kind of annoying. Put it there. So an LRM-40 would be ideal. How big is this? 10 tons. Oh boy. And then we're gonna need LRM and Artemis. That'll give us what, 150 rounds? 80 plus 120, so 200 rounds. We'll go through that in 10 turns. Or, no, we'll be going through that in 5 turns. Jeez. We're going to need more ammo than that. But that'll be a start. Actually, no, as long as we're keeping it as a longer range brawler, we can start shaving some armor off of this thing. So we'll drop this down to 55, drop this thing down to 55. Bring you down a bit, bring you down a bit. I'd like to get about 2 tons out of this, if at all possible. Gonna have to shave a lot more armor than that. 30. Bring the forward armor down a little bit more to 130. Up. And the CT armor down until we... There. So 12 tons. So now I can get 2 more tons of ammo. The LRM ammo. So 240. It puts us at 320. Alright. So that'll be a start with the hot rod. We need another LRM-20. That'll solid us out. And if we get any more armor or structure perks, then we can start adding in additional weapon systems. So that'll be that. Lock you down. Another 15,014 days on the hot rod.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
And let's check out a contract. We need cash and we need it now. That'll pay out nothing. Also, it's an ambush convoy, which we ignore. Destroy base. Destroy base. Vanguard is defend base. Capture base. Battle at 2.5 skulls. What do you say, guys? For the last mission of the day, should we do Letter of Marque? This is a 2.5 skull mission, and we cannot bring nearly that much firepower. And it's going to be against fully powered mechs. So, what do you think? Do we throw everything out the window and go for a full big payday on this, or do we take something a little bit more reasonable? Because we're going to try and be leaving this planet soon, but we need a little bit more cash to get on out of here. Because, honestly, it's probably either going to be that or weakest link. Yes, we do need the money, Raider. That's very true. So 1.1 million if we were to do it, but it's 2.5 skulls and it is a straight up battle. We don't really have much in the way of crowd control though. That is a major problem. Maybe it's better to go for one of the defend base missions. Weakest link max cash? Yeah, I've been thinking that. It is after all only a brief assassination. But I'm kind of interested in what the rest of chat has to think. Because I'm seeing there's 5 people watching, so they may as well get involved a little bit. Because we do desperately need cash. 318.5 would be a little bit to help out. I mean, that would get us back over the threshold here. I want to get about 1.5 million so that we can actually get things going. So we can move to a new planet. And Wolves is a defend base. We're going to take Wolves. And the reason why we're going to take Wolves is because it's a half skull mission here. And if we destroy them all and keep the base 100% intact, we get a plus 50% on top of it. So we'd be looking at making about 450,000. So it has all the advantages that we would have taking weakest link, but on top of that we have the potential to make a pretty significant amount of extra money with that. So we're gonna take Wolves, and hopefully we can do this one pretty quick and for quick cash. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Maverick. Just 2.5 skulls is really dangerous without crowd control. If I'm 100% honest, if I had the Bushwhacker from Starburst campaign, I'd take it. Because the ability to just take a single mech and say, you do not get to fight this turn, is huge. But without that kind of crowd control, mech mitigation, it's really risky to try, at least until the Hot Rod gets online and is useful. So we need one more LRM-20 launcher, though. Because if we get that, then the Hot Rod will be capable. Because it'll start heating up every turn, but it's still 40 missiles that it can put out every single turn, and it'll have enough ammunition to handle it, and it's got a pretty decent amount of armor. Alrighty, so point defense systems are around. The Inferno mech is just unfair? Oh yeah, that's the Bushwhacker. We should probably nickname it the Scorchwhacker or something. Because it is just, it's phenomenal. I love it. Get up to you, torch you for 55 heat. You no longer get to do anything. Alright, let's look out over the mountains. And hopefully our allies get here soon so that they can turn all the turrets on. And the long-range missiles. It's only a Bulldog. 2 AC2s is actually pretty dangerous, though. So we've got to keep that in mind. Alright, so let's get... The defenses back online is like 10%. All the buildings is another 20% or so. And destroying every single lance, I think, is another 20%. Come on, heavy-wheeled APC, get up here quick. I want these turrets online to help shoot things. Alright, what do they got? It's just a bunch of vehicles so far. We got a 50-tonner over here, a 60-tonner over here. So we might be able to get a lot done. Who is currently not in the corner?
Good to go.
Kind of you. Let's see if I can't rush you down the mountain a bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Roger. Full throttle.
Call it the Trailblazer? That is fast. It does a lot of work. That Bushwhacker helps lock down a very interesting mech on Monday. Monday will be a little bit of a roller coaster.
Yes, Commander.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing the reaction to it. I had a lot of fun with it for sure. And also... Ugh. Okay, so we're not quite in range to do anything with the Enforcer. I wish it didn't have that little floaty icon. It just makes it difficult to take the Enforcer seriously. It's like solid sake. You've been alerted. And get Mummy Bear relatively close because we need to get the machine guns out there.
Moving fast.
There is a heavy out here, so there could be a demolisher. So that would be very dangerous. 50 ton. 50 ton. 60 ton is not a demolisher. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. That horror will not visit us. So full speed, get out over here. It's a bulldog. Okay, so the bulldog is moving at the bottom bracket. Okay. MGs, AC2s, and SRM4s. I just light them up. Wow, Paladin. I knew that hit chances were bad, but I was expecting something. We just step on people from now on. What would be really amusing, actually, is a melee Jenner. A couple of good hits. See, even he can hit better than you. And a 10-ton we got a technical. Somebody put the machine gun back. Alright, turn on the turrets. Yes! All the turrets are active. And now you get to have a bad day. Okay, locking the technical down. We should be able to jump on him next turn, because the bulldog moving last means we get to always move first. And a Maxim. Oh god, this is actually really dangerous. Look at all that. Now, the Maxim has a lot of these limited in which direction they're supposed to be able to shoot, which I don't think is something this game allows you to have. But still. I saw a side shot. Oh, 79% chance to hit. I love this cannon. Turn off the rocket launchers, because we want to save them for a bit. Beautiful. Oh, on the front, no less. Blew up the IC engine just right away. Put a hole right through one end, out the other. They've got one of their main targets already down. Technical will probably go down next turn. 2 Maxims. Well, I suppose if you're actually trying to capture the base, then it makes a lot of sense to bring some infantry transports like Maxims. Hopefully the Crab can follow up and do just as good as the Enforcer just did. The Sledge.
Talk to me.
I want you right on top of him. Oh, can you not get down this hill? Oh, that's a bit frustrating. 56, but what if I moved into a direct line over here? 50-0. And a sprint won't get you down the... Oh, 37. Yeah, so we're going to move out over here, where we'll have an altitude advantage, as well as a side shot.
Everything I've got.
Okay, you hit 1. You hit 2, 3. Can you break him? I don't think that'll break him. Mummy Bear, it's all up to you.
What's up, boss?
Kill a maximum 1 turn. That's what's up. Jump? Do I just not have a shot on you at all? I get the feeling that I'm not 100% positive on what this terrain actually looks like. That makes a lot of sense. We're currently blocked by this APC. When your allies become your enemies.
Everything I got.
Okay, first hit. Second hit. 3 hits. Lovely. It was spread out a little bit, but still 3 good hits is 3 good hits. And more missile fire incoming. He's quite evasive, which is making things a little bit more difficult. And a homing beacon on him. Technical's taking a little bit of fire. Technical's not exactly super well endowed with armor, which is why I have some hope that Paladin will be able to knock him out. And the Bulldog rolling out. Long range fire going after the Shredder turret, not able to actually connect. And that'll bring it up to Paladin.
Ready for orders.
I want you to get right here. What is this odd to hit going to be? So the move icon isn't in the way. 99. Oh, this is going to be lovely. Tilt it just so.
Rolling.
Please, please, Paladin, kill a technical. Okay, good. I was very much worried because I didn't see any red numbers that Paladin had failed to kill a pickup truck with a machine gun on the back. Heavy wheeled APC moving out. I need this APC to be moving. Thank you. Now we can move. Unless he's now blocking me. Alright, the Maxim taking even more damage. And who are you going to... Well, it's got to have to be the Maxim first, isn't it? Falling back, retreating. And taking his shots at the Jenner. Most of them missing. And 1 hit out of all of that. Oh, it's nice to be evasive. Whisper, I think you got a chance to take him, but then again, your cannon's recoiling pretty bad, so maybe not. Yeah, I figured. Oh, I didn't figure both of them would miss, though. I was really hoping for everybody to hit, or at least one of them to hit. That way we'd really open them up for a follow-up. Oh, Perfect. At least now he's no longer evasive. What are we looking at here? Yeah, that's really good chances to hit. 90s and 88s. Super happy to see that. Both cannons slamming into him, and we've exposed. He's dead. Alright, the Maxim's out of the picture, so now just the Bulldog. Once we take the Bulldog, that'll be the Vanguard. And then I anticipate a follow-up force.
Yeah, Commander.
So let's try not to get too far out of position. Get the arrow up forward. That'll allow the arrow to bleed off some of this heat. And be much more aggressive in the next phase. Bulldog coming forward. Gonna be right next to us. Fire both cannons. Only hit with a couple of missiles. Very evasive, though. That's actually pretty concerning.
I've got eyes on hostile.
Okay, we got additionals dropping in. That's a problem. It's on the opposite end, so we're gonna have to pull the mediums off. So the arrow is gonna have to handle this all on its own. How is your back armor? 100. Your side armor is 93 and 100. So just get in behind him.
I'm walking here.
Probably should get a little bit more evasion than that, but hey. Spreading the fire across all the armor facings is not a good idea. We need a little bit more direct punch. Okay, heavy APC coming back up over here. Long range fire going down on the Bulldog. A little bit of plinking damage, nothing too serious though. An urban mech. Ooh, it's an R10. He's missed the medium building, good. What kind of mech are we dealing with here? Vehicle flamers, a light rifle, and a cultivator. It's less an urban mech and more sort of like a backhoe. Well, really not even, it's a cultivator. And a vedette. Ooh, the light LRM carrier could be a bit of a problem. It's only 30 LRMs, but still. And another commando, seriously? Why are there so many commandos in this universe? This is a question that keeps me up at night. Sprint. Get right on top of him. Oh, we're already laying into this side, so maybe we'll get lucky and she'll completely annihilate him. Oh, that looked good. There we go. That's beautiful. So we've taken care of him. So the Vanguard's destroyed. That's free money for us now moving forward. Now we just got to rush everybody back, which the Arrow and the Gen are quite well equipped to move very quickly. And the light LRM carrier didn't fire at anybody. Good. Whisper, let's get you on a sprint. You can get a shot. It's not a great shot, but it's a shot. So 60s, 30s, 56, and 50 only. Take out the light LRM carrier if you can. That would be very helpful. Oh, good. You hit it right through. Blew up part of his LRM ammo. Unfortunately, didn't actually have... Oh, no. Vital component destroyed. Nice. Got a commando over here who's currently squaring off against a turret. Honestly, between a light shredder turret and a commando, it's really a bit up in the air. I think the game wants us to use a commando. Yeah. Well, if we get that part as our random part, well, we have 4 other commando parts right now.
How can I help?
So we might get it. So if the game really wants me to have a commando, it has an opportunity to give me a commando today. I just don't like commandos. Not unless you can massively modify them, and we just don't have the kit to massively modify them. Like, we need endosteel, we need ferro on there, we need pulse lasers, and we need electronic countermeasure systems, and maybe get rid of the ferro and turn that into stealth armor so you're actually survivable. Commandos are... they're useful if you've got enough kit to work with them. Alright, let's get Paladin moving back in here. Probably take him a couple of turns, but he will eventually make it. Actually, could probably duke it out with the Commando. Oh, the Commando has friends. It's a Bulldog and a Scorpion. We're dealing with 4 more lights. The Urban Mech is now taking fire. Which, guys, don't bother with the Urban Mech. He's got nothing. Focus on everything else. Alrighty, let's see if we can... I would love to keep all the buildings alive. I really, really would. Because that would give us just a decent amount of extra cash, and we kind of need it. We need the cash so we can move on to the next planet rather desperately. Okay, APC taking a deep scan on the Urban Mech. So he moved, so he's got no evasion anymore. He did come out of cover, though. Ooh, stop hitting my buildings. That didn't collapse our building, right? And the Commando. Moving in through the forest, trying to take aim at things. Shooting the light shredder turret. Oh, 4 medium lasers is actually not a terrible amount of firepower on him. Scorpion as well. Stop shooting my medium building. Please stop shooting the medium building. If you destroy the medium building, well, I'm not going to have anything.
Yes, Commander.
Let's see. Can I kill you? 63. Can I kill you? 30. Can I kill you? 84. That would be funny. But honestly, I'm not sure if it'd be worth it. We are going to cook it a bit. So 37 versus... let's knock this urban mech on its butt. Ah, darn it, we missed with the Gauss rifle. That was the one that I needed to strike. I feel like I've wasted a lot of firepower. There's no ammo to explode. Okay, enemy turns up. The vedette's moving and continuing to move. Oof. We're starting to have a problem with our buildings.
Ready for orders.
If we don't get in there quickly, we're going to lose buildings, and losing buildings means we lose money. A lot of money. Because the cash bonus for saving all the buildings is like 20%. Okay, more fire on a Scorpion. Unfortunately, it's not being particularly helpful. I'm gonna have to be kind of lucky to pull this one off. Stop it. Please, stop it. Also, why am I not seeing the damage that's being incurred to this building? Oh, how much is left? Oh, 307. Wow. That might survive for long enough. Hopefully, maybe. 63, 63, 79. This Pegasus has a pair of SRM-6s, and it's actually a pretty decent chance to hit him. So, nail the Pegasus. Oh, we hit him once. Wow, that did not go the way that I thought it would. More missiles inbound on that commando. Can you just headshot him to death? That would be helpful. Bulldog moving up, taking a shot. Stop hitting the building. If my guys, whenever they go for a destroy base mission, can't hit the building, why should your guys be able to do it?
Orders?
We're just not gonna get here in time.
Heading out. Full speed.
Like, unless the Jenner can get right up in front of him and absorb most of these shots by just being evasive, we're probably gonna lose that medium building. Heavy wheeled APC, move it up, firing on the Pegasus. Unfortunately, the Pegasus did not take a whole heck of a lot of damage from my strike on it. And the urban mech is backing off. Firing a single cannon, not managing to connect with the Enforcer. If the Pegasus comes up here, I can step at him with the Enforcer. That would be helpful. Because the Enforcer needs to chill out for a turn. Just so we can continue to engage other things. The risk of shutting down is a little bit annoying. Yeah, that worked. Okay, the Enforcer might be able to step on it. If the Enforcer can step on it, that'll be like 60-something damage. Maybe 80-something damage even.
You need more practice.
Don't taunt them. Please, Sledge. They've almost... Well, actually, no. Taunt them more. Keep taunting them and let them taunt all that they want. Shredder turret is almost down, and when that falls, a whole more force is going to start targeting things a lot more. Where's the movement? More fire. Yeah, we lost the Shredder turret. Okay, that's a problem. So we got to get the Jenner down here fast. Okay, so Whisper, you can't step on him? Are you seriously not close enough? Well, that is 5 kinds of pain. 79-79 or 50-50.
Roger that.
If I do this, I have a pretty good chance of shutting down. Oh, there goes his leg. That helps. Now that he's on his side, our turrets should be able to shoot him much more efficiently. So, 2 of 3 health. And no shutdown. So I'm probably just going to keep firing her until she shuts down. I think that may be the only real plan that I've got. Okay, that's good. You missed. Happy to see it. Very pleased to see that you're not touching anything.
Talk to me.
Okay, so Sledge, you will deal 84 damage if you step on somebody. That'll kill. That will not kill. That will not kill. So it's got to be on the right side. Oh, I don't think we can do it. Sledge, do me a favor. Step on the right side anyway. Just be magical. Yes! Clearly the magic man. So we've taken out the Pegasus. That's an excellent pickup, because that's super fast. Called shot on him. It's on his right arm. Shoot his head. Just do me that favor and knock his head out. Enemy turn. Who's left? Oh yeah, all these guys over here. So that leaves Mummy Bear. Keep on running. Almost there.
Let's move.
Did he step over the tank to crunch down to the damage side? Yup. That's what Sledge knows how to do. That's why we pay him the big bucks. Okay, 60 Thunder. No target. Excellent.
I live to serve.
Good. How about you sprint into sight of the enemy and say, hi, shoot me first.
The wind.
Shoot me first. And all of my evasion.
Punching all the buttons.
He's got evasion. The thing he doesn't have is accuracy. He's only a gunner 4, I suppose. Heavy wheeled APC, moving up. Not taking a shot at anything. Kind of disappointing. Alright, Commando, you want to shoot at the brand new Jenner, right? You fear the Jenner. The Jenner terrifies you, and you wish to run from it. His left torso was open, but of course you shoot at the arms. Game, please. Got more walking going on. 25-ton vehicle. Taking aim at the crab. That's fine. Keep taunting them. Taunt them until they surrender. Or until, you know, 4 rounds pass and all the buildings remain intact. Although ideally we'd kill them all. I don't think that's going to happen, but ideally.
Orders.
Whisper. Stand still. Take aim. 25% chance to hit. And try and blow off his other leg.
Copy that.
Good job. Very good. Now are you going to shut down or not?
I'm starting to cook.
Oh my god. Whisper just keeps it going? Now she's got no ammo to explode. Like, she only has Gauss ammo, and Gauss ammo cannot explode. But still.
I've got your back.
How are you doing on armor? Oh, you're doing wonderfully on armor? You don't even care about what's going on? So, let's just get behind you a bit. Oh, wrong button. Let's get behind you a bit. I want to shoot your back. With high chances to hit. Excellent. And fire everything yet. Not into the turret, man. Structure exposed. AC5 crit. Almost got him. He's almost dead. In fact, we just need a little bit more damage on that back. 4 damage. 1 missile. All we need is 1 missile. An LRM will do. Alright, good. They're firing at the Jenner. Shoot at the Jenner. You know you want to. Be wooed by my Jenner. Okay, Mummy Bear.
Bye.
Do you want to help out the Jenner? Can you jump to help out the... Nope, no, you can't. Right over here. Next turn, you'll be involved. Alright, it's on to long-range fire. Come on, just 1 hit in the back is all... I actually don't think he can hit the back. So that back being exposed is mostly useless. Got the Bulldog rolling up. No, Bulldog, shoot the Jenner. Not the 650 health building. I gave them a Jenner. I put it right up there in front of them, and they're all like, no, we don't care. Why would we want to shoot a Jenner? It's not like it's a devastatingly terrifying mech that can do all kinds of bad damage. Why would you ever think that? I can actually punch the commando if I really wanted to. Oh no, it's a striker.
Move.
I could have stepped on the striker, or I can just run up to and shoot it with everything I've got. 3 good hits, except 1 hit the turret. So turret hits are useless to me because they generally aren't repeatable. Ace pilot from that heavy wheeled APC. And we're going to have to move with Sledge first and shoot everything we've got to the back of that tank. And that'll take out that force. And then if I can get down here in 2 turns and kill everything down here, which I don't think I can, we can get all the money on the mission. Let's see what we got. More allies. Guys, stop firing at him. You're not going to penetrate. Well, maybe, actually. If you got really lucky, you could do it. And the last of the quick movers, Scorpion. Yes, shoot the Jenner. It's right there. How can you ignore something standing right in front of you? Sledge.
Talk to me.
Kill it.
I'm moving.
Everything you've got.
At Alpha Strike.
There we go. No more vedette.
Vehicle down. The poor
And now we can start running Whisper down here, even though she's going to shut down. Like, I doubt she can last one more turn. Oh, more incoming fire on the Jenner. Couple of missiles have actually managed to hit. Keep being distracted. I love it when you're distracted. Whisper.
Commander.
Sprinting time. Can I just shut you down? Turn off the mech manually? Because that would be helpful.
Roger that.
Because it's going to take you like another 2 turns to shut this mech off.
Commander. Receiving you.
Oh good, you can get up here. Can you jump down here? No, not yet. How about sprinting? Oh, you can sprint right there. Good chance with the pulse laser. So let's go on and do that. Hit the Bulldog with everything we've got. There's no sense in really trying to save much. Because if we can hit him hard enough, we might get a penetrating hit or something. And that could blow him up. Nope, no through armor critical. More fire going down to the commando. Not a whole heck of a lot hitting. And it's not exactly a very powerful missile either. Bulldog pulling back. Shooting at the Arrow. Well, Arrow's taking a hit. Arrow needs to get into cover because Arrow is not invincible and also costs quite a bit of cash in order to repair.
Standing by.
Paladin, sprint. I want you right behind him.
On the way.
Hi. There is an opportunity that I can completely kill you. It's going to require you to actually kill him, and by hitting everything. First of all, you missed twice on a 72% accuracy. Second of all, the 2 shots that you did hit, you didn't concentrate in the same location. Paladin, your shot accuracy is just... It makes me cringe sometimes. Okay, he's got guarded and entrenched. That's an interesting plan. Guys, you've only got 2 turns. If you don't win soon, you're not going to win at all. And Scorpion also coming out of cover. Firing at the large military building, which the health should be able to handle. I really wonder if Whisper's going to be able to survive trying to get all the way over here, or if she's going to shut down. I can't imagine she won't shut down.
Yes, Commander. Hauling off.
And this is the turn before...
My mech.
Wow, she's actually going to make it all the way over here without shutting down. Whisper, you ride that mech. Jeez. I'm flat out impressed by it. Because how many turns has she spent over the line? That's pretty gosh darn impressive.
I've got your back.
Oh, and you also have a target. Wonderful. 84s. How about if I sprinted to get close? 84s, but I'm closer. So I'm going to take that.
Aye, aye.
Come on, knock out a striker. Just do this for me. If we can kill all of them, which is theoretically possible, then we're going to get a lot of money. Which is
Commander?
actually awesome. Okay, striker's the target.
Copy that.
Annihilate him, please. Okay, I think we killed him. Oh, I think we killed him 7 ways to Sunday. Now, the other problem is, now that we're over the red line, we've kind of got to chill, because risking the Arrow at this... Oh, wow, never mind. Just emergency shutdown. So the Arrow's in a bit of a bad spot. We might be able to kill this commando. Maybe. It really is going to have to rely on Paladin being, well, really, really good at his job. And frankly, as much as I like the guy, he's really not very good at his job. Okay, coming back up to us.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, Paladin. I want you to walk right up to him,
Moving to position.
right into his back, and just plow 3 shots. That's all I need.
Acknowledge.
Hey, that'll not do it.
I think I hit something good.
Well, we had a chance. It's a lot of great criticals, but it doesn't actually kill the mech. So, because of that, we're not going to be able to kill everybody. I didn't think we would be able to, and I'm also not going to risk the arrow at this point. But it would have been nice to kill everybody. Because then we would get a lot more money. And we're only 3 mechs away from doing it, too. And Whisper spent this whole time sprinting down here. Oh, it's just kind of painful. Yeah, they've got more than enough armor to be able to survive this. We had a chance. We dreamed a dream, but now that dream is gone. More fire coming in. I'm surprised these APCs lasted as long as they did. Just nobody ever tried to kill them.
Orders.
Whisper, are you feeling happy that you're going to be able to get out from being over the red line? 75. 56, yeah, walk it. 88. Which side are we on? We're on the left. Which we have a chance to penetrate. I'm gonna let the arrow try that one out. Do me a favor. Kill him.
Target confirmed.
Whisper, just girl.
One less target.
You are the clutch. Thank you. Okay, we've got 2 mechs to take on 2 enemy units.
What's up, boss?
Cancel that. We have 1 mech to take on 2 enemy units.
Ready to go.
Turn it back on. Sledge.
Talk to me.
There are 2 things that need to die here. This and this. So, let's... Oh, I can't see it? Are you kidding me? Everything except 1! Oh, and I blame Whisper. Or not Whisper, I blame Mummy Bear. We could have taken it. We had 1 thing left to kill. And it was a light vehicle. Ah, well, at least we got through it. No penetrating hits, nobody blew up, nobody took an injury. But we came so close to wiping out the entirety of the enemy force, and that would have just felt so good. So, yep, contract increased by 40%. We made 408,000 on that. Apparently our ammo Gauss exploded? What? I'm confused. Or is it just out? Because we did fire quite a few Gauss shells. Everybody picked up a kill. Whisper picked up 2. Whisper is just great. Oh, this Enforcer has proved to be excellent. Wow, the ammo Gauss actually did explode. It's gone. Even though it doesn't technically explode. Really? Our employer gave us AC2 ammo. I don't think so. That's a fully read it out line. If it was just the text, then yeah, that would tell us that the ammo was just damaged. So that kind of sucks. That we've got to repair the Gauss ammo, or replace the Gauss ammo. It's going to eat into our margin a little bit. Not a huge amount, but you never want to do it. So, a successfully run base defense ops, which we could have made. Although I'm surprised that Whisper never once shut down. Like, she went through how many rounds staying so high over the red line, and not once did she ever initiate the emergency shutdown. Meanwhile, we had Arrow, the moment she went slightly over the line, shut off the mech entirely. Apparently, Tortuga took Frankson. 13,000 for the next 7 days. But that does put us rather comfortably over the line. So, 666,752 Seabills. And how long until my... Oh, it's not even on the list. Okay, mech bay, pays. My Enforcer, refit. I think it's broken. I'm 90% sure it's broken. Yeah, she is very much a woman on a mission who can accomplish many things. Gone. It's blown up. And I don't have any more. Alright, let's see if there's ammo in the shop. If not, we've got a problem. Weapons. Ammo Gauss, okay. It's gonna cost us 57,000, jeez.
Equipment available.
Somebody is making a killing. Give me that Gauss ammo, put it back in the head. 350 for 1 day.
On it.
We melted it. We absolutely melted it. Okay, get this up to... get Arrow up top, because Arrow just takes forever to fix. And the hot rod above the Anasi, because I want the hot rod done soon. Alrighty, so we're pretty comfortable now. Take us a couple of days to patch up our mechs, but that's okay. Sludge needs one more day. We're 11 days out from having the hot rod mostly fixed. We need to get another LRM-20 to put in that thing. And then we also need some structural components to really make it work out. The Anasi is... I'm not super in love with what we've done to it. But I didn't really know what else to do with that many missile launcher slots. So, great stream, everybody. We streamed for about 3 hours. I think we had a lot of fun. So, yeah. I've been thinking about changing the stream schedule up just a little bit, separating out the day for Starfleet Command and the day for Roguetech, just so that we're not sort of hopping back and forth between things. So, with that in mind, if you guys want to comment on this video, which day you'd prefer to see which one, we do stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Just kind of let me know, see where people's heads are at. If you don't leave a comment, then I'll just sort of leave it up to chance, and I'll probably flip a coin. Another thing we've been thinking about is we may start streaming on Twitch relatively soon. I have seen a couple of people ask that we stay on YouTube just because they prefer this platform. But I hope so, Raider. It's going to be a pretty awesome video. I think you'll enjoy it. Or not. So yeah, thinking about streaming on Twitch, kind of let me know what you guys are thinking about that, because if I do start streaming on Twitch, it'll be just a couple of sort of experimental streams, but if things end up going well, we may switch over to streaming over there pretty exclusively. So, not entirely sure, haven't decided one way or the other on that one. Yeah, Sean prefers YouTube, and Raider is giving me a frowny face. So there are some people who definitely prefer YouTube, but I kind of want to give it a shot just to see what it's like. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream. I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive notifications every time we release one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment for what you want to see, anything you enjoyed, anything that you thought can improve or change. How's the mic quality? I recently did change a couple of things on it. And I will see you all in the next episode.